These guys are playing outstanding basketball. They've won 3 in a row, 4 of the last 5. And, Bob, they're having success on the road like no young team should have.
And an awful lot of fun, too. They're 6-2 on the road right now. That's the highest winning road percentage in the NBA and equals the best Maverick start that they've ever had on the road.
And tonight, they go for their 13th victory of the season. That would equal their entire output of last year.
And isn't that something? Santa Claus hasn't come yet. That's judged how well they're playing.
12-8 is the Mavericks record as they come into this game tonight, and what they showed the other night in Oakland against the Golden State Warriors is something that, well, they've showed all year. Great effort.
Yeah, and you see some of it right there by Popeye Jones. Second effort on the offensive glass. Roy Tarpley inside, up and under on the reverse. A good move by Tarpley. Watch this pass. Jason Kidd, a bullet pass down low that Lucius Harris handles very, very well. What an outstanding pass.
But this is where the plot thickens, because when you talk about tonight's game against Seattle, tomorrow night at Portland, they also conclude the trip at Phoenix, play the Suns at home, Golden State at home, back-to-back with Houston, Indiana, and Utah. Now the Mavericks will have a pretty good idea, I think, about where the Mavericks are going to finish when this season is over, along about January 10th. But tonight it's the Seattle Supersonics, a team which had the best record in the NBA last year during the regular season, but a team that stubbed its toe against Denver in the first round of the playoffs. They tinkered with the pieces a little bit, but they still have unbelievable talent on this team when you're talking about Sean Kemp and Kendall Gill and players like that.
Yeah, it's probably the most talented team that this Maverick team has played all year. As you look at Sean Kemp, he can jump out of the gym. He really goes up over the top of people. He's a great competitor. Kendall Gill, out of the University of Illinois, a guy that's been a little bit unhappy. He keeps talking about the fact that he wants to be traded. I don't know what that means, but I do know this. He can score points and scores them in bunches.
It takes more than talent, though, to win championships, and maybe the 3 guys that hold it all together are, well, a couple of former Mavericks.
I'd have to agree, Jim. These guys right here are proven veterans in the NBA. The thing that stands out the most about Perkins and McMillan and Schrempf is consistency. Night in and night out, you can count on those guys to perform at the defensive end of the floor. You can count on them to rebound, to get their points. Nate McMillan 1 year ago led the NBA in steals. Those guys are solid and they're consistent.
Let's move along to the Pontiac key matchup tonight.
Jason Kidd and Gary Payton, both of them are point guards. Both are 6'4". Both come from Oakland. They've been playing against one another for 6 years, ever since Jason Kidd was 16 years old. Kidd is the student. Payton is the mentor. Kidd gives Payton a lot of credit for helping his game, but they're 2 different kind of point guards. Payton leads the Sonics in scoring and field goals attempted. That concerns me a little bit when it comes to winning championships. Not Jason Kidd. Jason Kidd is a guy that gets everybody involved. He gets the ball where it has to go, does all the little things. I think in time, Kidd is more valuable than Payton.
The Mavericks go for their 4th in a row. Coming next.
Hey, my Bud Bowl game card. Huh? You know Bud Bowl with Chris Berman?
You could win a cool $1 million. Plus, there's Viper, Sea-Doos, and lots more. During January, follow the score on TV and where you buy Bud and Bud Light. Write it down and bingo. So, who do you think's gonna win? Hey, what are you guys looking at?
What is cool? Does who you hang with make you cool? Yo, B, check me out! I'm funky. Maybe not. Hey, wait, these dudes are cool. Whoa, bro, I'm totally cool. Nah, maybe going prep is cool.
Hey, Buffy.
Now that is not cool. If I was like this guy, then I'd be cool. I need a cold drink. What should I drink?
Give your brain a rest. Obey your thirst. Sprite.
Who should I drink it with?
Target treat seats are discounts on tickets to your favorite events. What kind of events? Let's take a look. All sorts of concerts, from classical to heavy metal. Sporting events like big-time wrestling and NBA basketball. Plus, there are treat seats for family outings to the zoo, the circus, even museums, and ice shows.
Pick up Treat Seats coupons for designated Mavericks home games and save $3 on select seats.
Beautiful, fresh garden lettuce, tomatoes, sliced grilled chicken.
The size of those burgers.
Dream about Whataburgers all the time because they're open 24 hours a day.
Pancakes,
like it from Whataburger. They're so big. Strawberry shake, a Whataburger with cheese.
Tomatoes. I love the crispy bacon.
Absolutely have to have extra pickles on
With
there.
a side order of onion rings.
What you waiting for?
Tonight's Dallas Mavericks telecast on KTVT is brought to you by Bud Light. If you want great taste that won't fill you up and never let you down, make it a Bud Light. By AT&T for the life of your business. By American Airlines, something special in the air. By your local bottler of Sprite. Obey your thirst, Sprite. By Target, expect more, pay less. And by Whataburger, where you always get a hot, fresh, and made-to-order meal. Whataburger, what you waiting for? Jim Durham with Bob Ortigal back with you in the Tacoma Dome, where tonight the Mavericks are ready to have at it against the Seattle Supersonics. Extra, read all about it. What's happening around the NBA these days? How about this? Teams with winning road records, the Mavericks are among some of the best in the league.
And not only some of the elite teams, but some of the teams that have some of the elite players in the NBA. Quite a compliment to the Dallas Mavericks.
In fact, the Utah Jazz just won again on the road tonight. And so Jerry Sloan's team has won 10 and lost 4. That's pretty impressive road mark.
Yeah, it really is. You can't say enough good things about some of those teams. How about Orlando, though, coming in here and losing to this Sonic team by 40?
That'll give you an idea of where Seattle is with its game. Let's take a look at the Phoenix starting lineups tonight. For the visiting Mavericks, Jason Kidd at the point guard spot. Jim Jackson, you can't shut him down, nor Mashburn. Those two guys are unbelievable offensively, very consistent.
Yeah, they're just a pleasant surprise, I think, because of the presence of Jason Kidd.
Popeye Jones and Lorenzo Williams rounded out for the Mavericks. The home-standing Supersonics, who have won 10 in a row on their home away from home, have Gary Payton at the point guard spot. We touched on him in the open. Also Kendall Gill, Detlef Shrimp, Sean Kemp, and now we are showing you Irvin Johnson, but we have received word that, in fact, Sam Perkins is going to start at center.
And we know that Perkins knows how to play. He's very alert defensively, can shoot the three and post up inside.
Tonight for the Sonics.
Very impressive starting 5. Here's the Muratech Facts Break for tonight. A couple of high-scoring teams involved in this game. The Mavericks 8th in the league at 105.8, and Seattle at 108.4, 3rd in the NBA.
It's a great start for Dallas offensively after being last in the NBA 1 year ago in terms of scoring points.
You know, Bob, perhaps some of the fans aren't aware that the Seattle Center Coliseum is being modified. In fact, they are adding skyboxes and adding more seats to it, and that's why for this season the Sonics are playing their home games over here in Tacoma.
And not a bad facility, really. There's a bit of electricity that you can feel, a pretty good crowd, and an awful lot of interest in wanting to see the Dallas Mavericks. Jason Kidd, Jamal Mashburn, Jackson, and Jones. You hear people talking about those guys all over the country.
George Karl with his team at 15-7, coming in here tonight, 11-1 at home, and 10 straight on the home court. You get a look at how well they've done the last couple of games, including in there, of course, is that blowout win against Orlando that Bob alluded to.
Jim, tell me how you beat a team that has Shaquille O'Neal and Anthony Hardaway and Nick Anderson. How do you beat a team like that by 40 points?
I don't know, but I guarantee you this. That will be their worst defeat of the year.
I think you're probably right.
Dick Motta's club, they just keep rolling on. Every time they roll into a new town, folks want to know about the Mavericks and this great start they're off to. 6-2 on the road.
Yeah, we talked about that 6-2 being the best road winning percentage in the NBA. You couldn't find many people in July or August that would have given you a chance of even making a statement like that.
Jim Jackson, whose scoring average is slightly over 29 points per game.
Second leading scorer in the NBA. Strong. I'll tell you what is really beginning to improve for that guy. Noticed it again in the shoot-around this morning, and tonight, prior to the game, is his perimeter shooting. His three-point shooting is really beginning to improve, developing a lot of confidence.
And Jason Kidd continues to distribute the ball beautifully.
I don't know whether he needs confidence. I think he brought it with him, don't you?
I know it. And you know what else, Bob? As the field goal percentage, of course, goes up for Dallas, so do his assists.
Yeah, that's for sure. When he gets you the ball, you get it in the bucket, he's going to get a whole bunch of assists. He'll end up double figures in assists.
Lorenzo Williams with the tap on Kemp. Hugh Hollins tossed it. He's one of the 3 officials, Bruce Alexander and Joe Borgia. The other 2, Popeye Jones, Jason Kidd against Payton. Inside Mashburn, over Gill. Jamal Mashburn gets the Mavericks off on the right foot.
One of the big keys tonight for the Mavericks will be defensive transition. They must get back, and they must handle the variety of trapping-type defenses that Seattle will throw at them.
Detlef Schrempf in on Mashburn. And turning for the shot, a foul called, and Detlef to shoot 2. This is a good free throw shooting team, Seattle. Jason Kidd picks up the foul.
He really came down hard that time on a double down. He did wait, if you notice, until Schrempf had put the ball on the floor, so it looks like maybe they will not double down when the pass goes in there, but as soon as the postman puts the ball down, Kidd was there.
Detlef Schrempf with a free throw string of 18 in a row as he drops that first one. Like the Mavericks, Seattle has won its last 3. Detlef Schrempf ties the ball game. Jim Jackson feeds Jones. Lorenzo Williams. Jackson off the drive in on Kemp. And a travel call against Jim Jackson. So Seattle the ball looking for the lead this trip.
You saw Seattle switch that time. They will switch at the defensive end of the floor more than any team in the NBA. You might pay attention to that because it can create a lot of problems.
Backdoor cut for Gill, and on the dunk, the Sonics take the lead.
That was a great cut and a great pass by Payton.
Kidd leaves it for Jackson. His 3 try puts the Mavericks in front.
That's exactly what I was talking about with Jackson's perimeter game, especially 3-point shooting. He has really improved it, I think, plain and simply as a result of getting the ball up more. He's got a greater arch on the ball.
Payton for 3. Gary Payton.
3 points.
Has the Sonics up by 2. And now there's some of that trapping defense. Yep. Payton takes it away from Williams. Gary Payton with the run-out dunk.
That's what they will do, and they do it very well. Mavericks will have to handle that. It's most important to get the ball to the middle and go to the basket. Shawn Kemp really playing Popeye Jones tight.
This is Mashburn losing the ball to Schrempf. Now Kendall Gill on the push.
What's the lob?
To Kemp.
You could see that coming. Kendall Gill had a good look at Shawn Kemp on the wing, and they like to do that when he's there.
7 straight points for Seattle and a 6-point lead. We have seen the explosiveness of the Supersonics here. 10 on the shot clock. Mashburn against Detlef Schrempf. A pitch outside to Popeye Jones, and Popeye drills it.
See, that's the difference in this Maverick team. Instead of getting really shook up with a couple of things that have happened recently, they bounce right back and execute.
Kendall Gill not there. Lorenzo Williams the rebound. Jason Kidd, long bounce to Mashburn. It's a 2-point game.
There it is again.
Now Payton coming back, and a blocking foul on Kidd. That's his second.
Watch this pass right here. Look at the distance that covers. The ball bounced about 3/4 of the way between the passer, Jason Kidd, and the receiver, Jamal Mashburn, and that's what a bounce pass should do. Never halfway between, 3/4 of the way between.
Non-shooting foul. 2 team fouls on the Mavericks. Both fouls whistled against Jason Kidd. Not even 3 minutes in. Kendall Gill's pass broken up by Jackson. Now Kidd, long bounce pass up the court and out of bounds. Last touch by Dallas.
That time it went out of bounds, but I still think it's a thing you have to try to do. You cannot lay back and play conservatively against a defensive-minded team that has this kind of quickness that Seattle possesses.
On the feed, it's Kemp for the dunk on the pass from Payton.
I thought he walked, Jim.
I'm with you.
He had to walk to get there.
13-9.
Problem is, when he walks so quickly, it's hard to detect it. And
away from the ball, a foul called. It's on Seattle. And it's Sean Kemp.
Foul on number 11,
on Shrimp.
His
first foul on Detman.
First team foul.
Dick Motta electing to get Jason Kidd out of the ball game because he has those 2 fouls, and that's unfortunate because there's a whole heck of a lot of time left in this ball game.
Marlon Wiley has come on for him. Jackson slips the pass to Mashburn. Mashburn being guarded by Perkins. Jamal with a one-hander.
Once again, you see him take the double team out on the floor. He takes the trap out on the floor, turns and faces it, and goes back at it and toward the basket.
2-point game. Sean Kemp rolls out on Popeye Jones, but a foul called on Popeye. First foul on Popeye Jones, 3 team fouls against the Mavericks.
Sean Kemp's got this dunking clinic going. He usually does, though. There he is operating inside, number 40. Sean Kemp, good quickness. And he can rise. He can really elevate.
But you don't get credit for style points. That's right. Payton loses the ball, and here come the Mavericks out with a chance to tie. Marlon Wiley. And an illegal defense called against Seattle. It's on Kemp. In less than 4 minutes, we've had the first illegal defense whistled against the Supersonics.
Sonics have had some outstanding plays, but the score is 13-11, and that's what counts.
Exactly. Jackson. Popeye Jones. Lorenzo Williams double teamed off to Popeye Jones, who tries to feed Mashburn. It's loose, and Kendall Gill the steal. And Shrimp.
That's that trapping defense once again. The double team, they run to the ball. They really create problems.
And Shrimp posting on Jim Jackson. Out to Payton. His 3 try. He misses on this one. And the rebound is Sean Kemp. Shrimp has it back, nearly carried the ball. Apparently he did. A walk called against Detlef Shrimp.
Called against the Supersonics. It's Dallas ball.
Still think if he went back and took a good look at Sean Kemp's dunk, he did travel because he came from outside the lane. Watch Shrimp right here. Let's see if he does walk. Sure he does.
He didn't walk as much as...
No, he didn't. I agree.
And now we have an offensive foul called on Popeye Jones, and that's his second. And a technical foul called as well on Popeye.
Also, a technical foul has been called on number 54, Popeye Jones.
See, what's happening is what I mentioned before. Sean Kemp, but we haven't seen anybody do this to Popeye. He is really crowding Popeye Jones, really pressuring him, not allowing Popeye to get easy looks at the bucket. He's improved so much, Jones has, that that's going to get around the league, and it is getting around the league, and they're saying, hey, we got to stay tight on this guy. Don't come off of him.
Popeye Jones coming out with his second foul. Roy Tarpley has come on to replace it. It's a 3-point lead for Seattle. Popeye stays. Tarpley has also come into the game, but he comes in for Lorenzo Williams.
Correct.
Perkins. Here's Kemp shooting on Jones. And the rebound to Wiley.
Marlon Wiley's been coming off the bench to help a little bit recently. He'll really have to contribute tonight with Kidd with 2 fouls early.
Jamal Mashburn against Shrimp.
See how they switch? They're switching in there all the time.
Marlon Wiley for 3, and the game is tied as Wiley knocks out the 3.
There's that help. There's that help I was talking about.
Mavericks have yet to miss.
6 for 6 from the field.
6, I'm told. Technical foul called on Dick Motta.
Well,
that's Joe Borgia, the son of former Hall of Fame referee Sid Borgia. He calls a technical on a future Hall of Famer, Dick Motta.
Well, I'm telling you, it's 2 T's. That same official is called. He's got a short fuse tonight.
Timeout taken. It's a 1-point lead for Seattle with 6:37 left in the quarter.
Dig the shape of new Frito scoops. It scoops up dips and holds down drips. You'll dig the taste. I know what I like Fritos. New Scoops corn chips.
Let her go!
In Normal, Illinois, Gene Goebel is popular with folks who need their car fixed. He does good work, and he doesn't charge an arm and a leg. Because when he needs auto parts, Gene buys a lot of them at AutoZone. You see, the prices are low every day at AutoZone. So a lot of good mechanics like Gene just pass the savings on to their customers. Plus, they can still get the best quality parts. Sure, they know how to do the work right, but they also know how to save money doing it at AutoZone.
Foot Locker's all-star moment. In the 1967 game, Rick Barry's jumper was unstoppable. Off the screen, perfect form, and scored 2 more for the 67 MVP, Rick Barry of the Warriors. Subject of our Foot Locker all-star moment. Back here in Tacoma, the Mavericks down by 1. Even though Seattle has had some fast break opportunities, they've stolen the ball. They looked like they were going to run off to a big lead, but the Mavericks have hit all 6 of their field goal attempts.
Well, if they can continue to do that, you can make a lot of mistakes and shoot the ball extremely well and still have a shot at winning a ball game. Remember, on the road against good teams, what you want to do is play tough, give yourself a chance to win in the last 5 minutes. And it appears that the Mavericks have learned that lesson this year if you look at what's happened on the road.
And they have closed great on the road. Payton off the drive, kicked it away. It was last touched by the Mavericks with 8 on the shot clock. Seattle to come in. Payton brings it in play to Perkins.
I think that was Marlon Wiley with that defensive play.
That's Payton hitting the shot. Gary Payton leads them in scoring. He's got 7 already.
And you saw him talk to Marlon Wiley going back down the floor. He probably leads the NBA in words per minute.
Tarpley. Jones. Now it's Jackson against Gill. Jim Jackson, a nice move. Jackson's got 5.
You get the impression that the Mavericks are going to score points regardless of who they play.
Kendall Gill, checked by Jackson. Perkins swings to Payton. Into Detlef Shrimp. He's doubled in the post. Shrimp comes back out to Payton. Now Perkins, shot clock down to 7. Off the drive, it's Payton. Kendall Gill collects and fires for 3. As a team, Seattle shoots 35% from three-point range.
He bailed them out that time. Mavericks had a pretty good defensive sequence.
Now Gill picks up a foul. That's his first.
You look at Kendall Gill, that'll be a good battle. Once again, we're seeing 2 outstanding 2 guards. Well, there's a strong warning to that Seattle bench that time by the lead official down low.
Inside Tarpley. Nice move by Tarpley. Let the defense fly by, and then he took the gimme.
Mavericks are getting excellent shots. Now, you can do that against a team that gambles like Seattle does, that switches a lot. If you're a little bit patient against a switching defense, sooner or later you'll break it down.
Here's Payton to the hoop. Missed tip. Jackson the rebound. Mavericks come back with a hoop they can tie.
I think Tarpley tipped it right to Jackson. Good play.
Marlon Wiley. Guarded by Kemp. Now it's Popeye Jones against Perkins. Back to Wiley for 3. Detlef Shrimp the rebound for Seattle. Perkins lines up the 3. And Jackson has it. Again, the Mavericks with a hoop they can tie. Ashburn. He shoots for 3. And the rebound almost tipped in by Seattle.
Boy, Kemp can bounce. He can really bounce.
Payton left open. That's a 2 if it goes. Rebound to Perkins. Nothing there on the follow. Here comes Tarpley. Marlon Wiley. He's guarded by Sean Kemp. And on a pass to the inside to Jackson, a foul on Payton. Kemp has had Wiley more than once in the last, and it's not in the transition necessarily. It's like he's picking him up like he's supposed to.
Well, they funnel back to the basket and pick up the open people, and doesn't see how they switch and double team. They do that all the time. That's what's going to happen. If you can move the ball right there, you'll get good shots.
Popeye had a good one, just wouldn't go down. Here's Kemp. Kemp against Popeye Jones, trying to get the corner turned, and does. Sean Kemp with a poster play.
He didn't have a lot of room to turn it, but he doesn't need a lot of room. The great athlete.
4-point game.
2 Western Conference All-Stars on that Seattle team. Gary Payton, Sean Kemp.
Wiley drops it into Mashburn on the fade. Nothing there. Seattle the rebound. It's Kemp. Leaves it for Payton. Lobs it for Shrimp.
They are creative, and Payton will do that. Payton loves to throw the alley-oop pass. Usually it's to Sean Kemp.
Right. Sonics enjoying their second 6-point lead of the game. Tarpley underneath. Over Perkins. And on the rebound, Detlef Schrempf went over the... Oh, it's on Popeye Jones, and that's his third.
54, Popeye Jones, his third.
As you look at Popeye, he's got to be very careful with any kind of emotion or response at all. He's already had a technical. One more, and he's gone for the remainder of the evening.
Number 17, Vincent Askew.
A determining factor in the outcome of the game is going to be that Sonic bench against the Maverick bench, especially now that Popeye's there with 3 fouls and Jason Kidd is there with 2.
Donald Hodge is on. Popeye Jones going out. Payton guarded by Wiley. About 3 minutes left in the opening quarter. Detlef Schrempf, good play. Detlef Schrempf has 7.
Schrempf really knows how to use that pick. He curled off it that time very effectively.
6 straight points for Seattle. Tarpley over the top. It's Wiley. Good play for the Mavericks. Moreland Wiley off the bench with 5.
It's good help from Moreland Wiley. He's done a nice job.
And a tough assignment here, trying to stay with Payton, but he got a hand on it and popped it loose. Mashburn ahead to Wiley. Moreland blowing in on Vincent Askew. Missed on the scoop. Jackson going for the offensive rebound. It's out of bounds to the Sonics.
Timeout.
And the timeout taken. 2:29 left to go in the opening 12 minutes tonight. The Mavericks down by 6, 26-20.
The Sonics dance.
We've been called a lot of things.
Whippersnappers.
Dreamers.
Prosperous?
Never.
So until
The book deal.
or the movie deal hits.
We remember 2 things.
Call everybody collect.
And
Know the code.
yeah.
Know the code. 1-800-CALL-ATT. It costs less than 1-800-COLLECT.
Always.
now the people we call
Might call us
Thrifty.
Want a price that's always lower than 1-800-COLLECT? Know the code. Dial 1-800-CALLATT.
your true voice.
What am I doing with you here this evening?
You're my brother. You're helping me choose a car.
So the Grand Am has a 150 horsepower engine standard.
It's a blast to drive, and it's got more power than the Accord or the Camry for thousands less.
Airbag, anti-lock brakes?
Standard, and the price is right.
Grand Am SE, just $199 a month. It's a smart drive.
Smart choice.
Thank you.
So what am I doing here?
You're helping me pick a color.
Smart drive a Pontiac today, the official car of the Dallas Mavericks.
Oh, no.
Insatiable.
Please, no.
Hysteria?
Why do they have to do that? That drives me to... No, thank you.
Hurricane.
Want a gift for her that doesn't smell? Try Radio Shack. We asked women from coast to coast what they thought was surprising, unusual, fun to get, so we can tell you. Just stop by your local Radio Shack.
Inferno.
So, Radio Shack. You've got questions, we've got answers.
Time for our iMasters Telestrator replay.
Watch Kendall Gill work off of Detlef Schrempf right here. Watch him stay close, trying to lose Jim Jackson. Stop it right there, if you will. If you stay tight enough, it's hard for Jackson right here to stay with the cutter. Kendall Gill makes the cut. Gary Payton makes a good pass. Good execution on the part of the Sonics.
Seattle in front by 6 and with the ball. Vince Askew. Guarded by Jackson. Detlef Schrempf, Mashburn has him. Into Perkins, guarded by Hodge. Mavericks come over to help. Cross court to Kemp. Leaves it for Schrempf. Detlef on the fade. Detlef Schrempf with 9 already.
Seattle does score points in bunches. They can shoot it outside. They get inside. Very talented team.
Donald Hodge. Perkins out on him.
See how they switch that cut right there?
And now it's Jackson for 3. Rebound to Perkins. Sonics with their biggest lead at 8.
And opening up a pretty good size lead right now.
Legal defense whistled against the Mavericks.
Legal defense has been called against Dallas. Their first defense for a warning.
First against the Mavericks. 1:38 remaining in the quarter. Gary Payton to make the inbounds pass. Sharunas Marshalonis getting ready to come on for Seattle.
Well, you think that bench isn't strong. They come off of that bench. with Vincent Askew. Now they come with Marshallonis. They keep bringing in good people. We've yet to see Nate McMillan.
Detlef Schrempf going out with Marshallonis on.
Marshallonis replaces Detlef Schrempf.
Payton. Wiley guarding him. Askew against Mashburn. Now it's Kemp. Nice feed to Payton on the return, but he lost it out of bounds.
It's a good cut. When the double down occurred, that's what you want to do. You want to go to the basket and get it back. That's exactly what happened. Payton just lost the pass.
Donald Hodge with Kemp on him. Jackson collects and fires. Askew the rebound. Mavericks hit their first 6 tonight. They've cooled off since.
And with Popeye Jones out of the game, it's always noticeable on the offensive glass. He's always missed.
Off the drive, Payton knocked away, but controlled by Kemp. He missed the tip. Payton the follow. And it's Kemp with a follow and a foul call.
One of the Mavericks' strengths is their rebounding game, and right now it is being dominated by the Sonics. You see him inside. Payton got the last offensive rebound. You see Sean Kemp right there.
That foul on Tarpley, his first. Kemp with 6 points already in the game.
They can hurt you in a lot of ways. One of the ways they can hurt you is at the free throw line. A pretty good free throw shooting team, Jim.
779 coming in as a team. Biggest lead of the game so far for Seattle.
Mavericks need a basket badly.
Shot clock at 17, about 24 difference. Tarpley comes up shooting. There's that hoop they needed.
Yeah, that good quick release from the big guy. He can shoot it outside, and he's got the quick release by the time the defense gets to him.
Payton.
Isolation, two-man play, right side of the floor.
Marshallonis steps up. And it blocked. Tarpley trying to dig it out. It's still loose. And Seattle has it. Sean Kemp with his own rebound and foul. Marshallonis knocks it out of bounds with 6.6 left in the quarter.
There had to be a foul in there someplace, didn't there, in the last sequence?
There were so many, they didn't know how to pick one out.
And maybe that's good. I mean, if you have to guess at it and penalize one of the teams, don't do it. If you're sure, blow the whistle. If you're not, don't.
Tarpley to trigger the inbounds for the Mavericks, and he comes to Wiley. Missteal by Payton. Wiley for the outside. Nope, and Kemp knocks it out of bounds with 1.7 left.
See what Seattle's doing. They're scrambling so much on defense with the switching and running at the ball and the trapping that they take you out of what it is you want to do offensively. And believe me, Bob Weiss, the assistant coach for Seattle, knows what Dick Motta wants to do offensively.
Here's Mashburn. And the first quarter has come to an end. Seattle with a pretty good 12 minutes of basketball, and the Supersonics are enjoying a 9-point lead, 31-22.
Everybody limbo! Tonight's winner limbo's home with Bud Light.
Oh, really? Lord.
Oh, my. For the great taste that won't fill you up and never let you down, make it a Bud Light.
Not low enough.
So, what's the newest thing from Foot Locker? It's a chance to vote for which NBA players go to the All-Star Game, to go to All-Star Weekend in Phoenix with 3 of your friends, to take a 3-point shot for $1 million. $1 million. Thank you, Foot Locker. Because the newest thing from Foot Locker is the $1 Million Shot Sweepstakes, and the official NBA balloting headquarters is right where you'd expect it to be. Foot Locker, where it all begins.
It's a family-owned company.
It's really great to have my dad work at Whataburger as general manager.
It started all because we wanted to make a fresh burger. We wanted to make something the way you would eat it in your backyard.
The order's not made until you order it.
And it comes with fresh vegetables, fresh meat.
You can get it made any way you want to.
You can get a Whataburger 24 hours a day.
Whataburger is family serving family. That's basically what it is.
I'm the mom.
I'm the daughter.
Come on in. Food's going to be hot and fresh, and we're going to take care of it.
What you waiting for?
Office Max, taking it to the max.
For business-related gifts that are sure to please, do your holiday shopping at Office Max, where everything we sell comes with our low price guarantee.
Taking it to the max.
The Panasonic KXT3702 cordless phone with 10 channels and sound charger noise reduction system. And the Panasonic KXF750 fax machine with paper cutter curl reduction and digital answering machine.
Office Max, taking it to the max.
Hi, I'm Lorenzo Williams of the Dallas Mavericks, and I would like to wish everyone a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
All right, Lorenzo back here in the Tacoma Dome after one. Ho, ho, ho. Here's a game summary. The Mavericks were red hot to start out. They hit their first 6, but then went 4 for 15 and settled for 48%. Sean Kemp, 9 points and 6 rebounds. That's a half for a lot of people. Jason Kidd and Popeye Jones in foul trouble.
Yeah, and that has to be the biggest concern right now if you're Dick Motta. And he's got to be kind of careful because he's had a technical call against him.
And Nate McMillan is on now for the Sonics. He's got the ball guarded by Wiley. Jason Kidd back to the scorer's table. Sean Kemp with the fake, taken away by Mashburn.
Good help on a double down that time.
Now Mashburn doubled up.
Nice rotation defensively after the trap.
And away from the play, we get a whistle. A foul. It's on Vince Askew.
You look at Askew right there, number 17. He wears that number 17 in honor of a former teammate who wore 17, Chris Mullin. By the way, Mullin wore it because he grew up idolizing a Boston Celtic who wore 17, John Havlicek.
Hondo.
He was a good one.
I know it. Here's Wiley, missing from long range and taken out by McMillan.
Rebound game, just killing the Mavericks right now.
3 try by McMillan. And Hodge with it. Here's Jason Kidd looking for room to operate. Kidd gets all the way underneath. Feeds Wiley. Hodge steps up and drops it in.
You see Kidd get inside. As soon as he got the ball, first thing he did was to get inside. That gives that defense something else to think about.
Here's Kemp coming outside McMillan. Now Marshallonis. Sarunas fired. Missed it. And how? Jason Kidd back on the push for the Mavericks. Again getting inside. Hands to Mashburn. The layup is in. And a foul.
Good by Jamal Mashburn.
You see, Kidd comes off the bench, comes back into the ballgame, and is responsible for 2 baskets. Watch Kidd right here. Looking all the time. Look, he looked to it. There was no one over there. He just looked the defense off. And when he looks, he causes the defensive man to float over. He made Nate McMillan, number 10, move over, which created the lane to make the pass inside to Mashburn.
And now Mashburn on the line going for a 3-point play. He can bring the Mavericks to within 4. And he does. Mashburn with 9.
It's a pretty good move by Dick Motta to put Kidd back in the ballgame with Payton out because Payton's great quickness.
Here's Marshallonis off the drive and a foul as he got inside. Lucius Harris and Donald Hodge were there, and Hodge gets hit with the foul.
Believe me, McMillan is a good player, but he doesn't possess the same degree of quickness with the ball that Payton does. So maybe Kidd doesn't pick up that 3rd foul.
Marshallonis keeps his free throw string going. He's got 18 in a row. Denton Shrimp coming in. Sean Kemp going out for the Sonics.
Marshallonis, the first man from the Soviet Union to ever play in the NBA.
And played for his native Lithuanian team in the Olympics in '92.
The leading scorer against the USA, wasn't he?
Yep. Here's Harris with the Mavericks down 6. Roy Tarpley guarded by Shrimp. Hodge, Marshallonis all over him. 10 to shoot. Mashburn. Kick out to Kidd. And a 3-second violation called against the Mavericks.
Called against Dallas.
Vince Askew and Kendall Gill returning for Seattle.
Substitution for the Supersonics, number 13.
You can see that George Karl continues with that rotation coming off that bench. As you look at George Karl, believe me, he has been around. He's coached in Italy a couple of times. I think he's coached 5 or 6 years in the CBA. He was Coach of the Year in the CBA, and he's been around the NBA, too.
Here's Askew, and another illegal defense whistle against the Mavericks. It's the second one.
Called against Dallas.
And what's happening is they're lifting Irvin Johnson. And by the way, that is Irvin, not Magic Johnson.
To shoot the two.
Stole your line.
That's not Magic.
No, that's not Magic.
They're not so good then. I thought they were really good. Detlef with 10 points in the game as he hits the technical. 7-point lead. Mavericks had it down to 4. Kendall Gill, Detlef Schrempf. Askew on Mashburn. That's his first field goal.
Yeah, see the trap waiting for Kidd. They're trying to push the ball out of his hands.
Lucius Harris, Jason Kidd with 13 to shoot. Kidd double team, slips it into Mashburn. Jamal Mashburn with 11.
You see Kidd back up against the double team. He backed up and then split that trap with a pass.
Vincent Askew guarded by Mashburn. Marshallonis. Wide open is Askew. Steps up, missed the layup. Hodge the rebound. Donald Hodge covers up. Now it's Jason Kidd. Kidd with a lob ahead to Tarpley, and a foul called on Tarpley, pushing off to get the ball, says Bruce Alexander.
Offensive foul.
That's the second foul on Tarpley.
Tarpley trying to create some room for himself. Got caught pushing off a little bit. What he really wanted to do was to seal that defensive player and take that pass over the top. But he pushed off. Sometimes that's just instinctive.
Askew. Schrempf. Here come the Mavericks to double on him. Marshallonis driving on Kidd. A kick out to a wide open Detlef Schrempf. And Kendall Gill, the long rebound. Schrempf double team, slips pass underneath to Gill, blocked by Hodge. Gill again, nope, out to Askew. It's Schrempf. Shot clock down to 7. Yeah, it's a good set. And a 3-second call whistled against Seattle, so the Mavericks forced the turnover.
Yes, sir. That was a good defensive sequence by the Mavericks. They were really hustling. Watch Donald Hodge down low get the block on Kendall Gill. Gill goes up, Hodge right over the top. Clearly a good block. Jason Kidd trying to steal the ball in there once again. He's always looking to do something out there on the floor.
8 offensive rebounds for Seattle in this game. But the Mavericks with a chance to trim it to 5 this trip. Mashburn comes out of the double team. Now it's Jason Kidd finding Harris wide open in the right corner. 4-3. Lucius Harris with his first 3 points tonight.
You're not seeing the same kind of offense out of the Mavericks because the defense won't let them run it. They have too much respect for the Mavericks offense.
That's Kendall Gill missing for 3.
Excellent job of blocking out by Roy Tarpley.
Jason Kidd all over the hoop, had it blocked off the glass. It's goaltending. Kidd gets the basket, and the Mavericks are within 2.
They just don't quit. They're a poised team. The Mavericks are. They're a talented team. They get down. They don't quit. Watch Kidd. They don't pick him up, so he keeps the ball. It's coming down. It's close. Yeah, it's a tough call. That's always a tough call.
Irvin Johnson with Hodge out on him. Now it's Askew against Mashburn. A 3 try. Vincent Askew.
That's pretty good defensive pressure.
Yeah, he is a good 3-point shooter. 4-17 coming in. Mashburn's inside pass knocked loose, and Schrempf has the steal. And the up-court pass, Mashburn knocks it away to Hodge. Here comes Jason Kidd up the middle. Kidd fans out against Gill. Mashburn inside to Tarpley. Nope. Rebound, Seattle. Detlef Schrempf off the drive. Dumps it for Marshallonis.
Good offensive pressure by the Sonics that time, and you see the versatility of Detlef Schrempf. He can take the middle on the break and still handle the ball and distribute it.
So Seattle has pushed that 2-point lead out to 7 again. Lucius Harris making the drive on Johnson, and a foul called on Irvin Johnson.
The foul
check that. It's on Detlef Schrempf. 2 fouls on Schrempf. Timeout taken. 6:47 for the half. Mavericks are hanging in here in Tacoma. 41-34 Sonics.
At the time, Muggsy, a man of small stature, was to battle the giant named Goliath. Armed only with an incredible thirst to prove himself, Muggsy, fleet of foot, did circle and confuse Goliath, and thus slew the mighty giant. All the people celebrated. Sprite flowed freely, thus it was written. Height is nothing, thirst is everything. Obey your thirst.
At FINA, we know the best way to design a gasoline is from the inside out. So our Genesis Premium Gasoline was made to keep your intake valves clean, giving you more performance and better gas mileage. Because how a gasoline performs inside your car has a lot to do with how you perform on the outside. Genesis Gasolines. From your friends at FINA, the formula for the future.
The house is this room, brick and mortar. A home is what will take place in this room when we're all finished. What takes place inside of a house really makes it a home, and what takes place inside of one of our stores makes it a special place for the customers. What we are about is service. We're in the yes business. Yes, we accept American Express. The last thing that Home Depot is into is putting limits on customers.
The American Express card is welcomed at the Home Depot and lots of other places close to home.
Don't forget to get your tickets for the Mavericks' next home game on Tuesday, the 27th, 7:30 game in Reunion Arena when the Mavericks take on the Phoenix Suns. Merry Christmas.
Yeah, a guy by the name of Sir Charles. I don't have to tell you who. I don't think I have.
Oh, that's not Sir Charles.
I don't think I have to tell you who either one of those people are, huh?
I thought that was Sir Charles.
Well, that guy there can be whatever he wants to be. Sir Charles cannot be Santa Claus, but Santa Claus can be Sir Charles. Watch the Sonics try to get the ball forced down inside the free throw line and then not allow the Mavericks to rotate it. Watch them play on the high side. They want to get it down inside, then not let you rotate. See how that's what they do. Then they trap it.
Yeah, now they're whistled for an illegal defense. So the Mavericks get to the free throw line.
Their second offense.
6:37 for the half. Jackson about to shoot his first free throw.
Jim Jackson, what a player he is becoming.
Every night out, you know, he may have a bad half here and there like he did the other night at Oakland when he scored just the 4 points in the first half. But those 22 in the second half helped fuel that Mavericks comeback. Harris for three. Lucius Harris with his second three of the game.
And give Jackson credit. When the double down occurred, he didn't force it. He put it right back out where he should. You either get the shot or repost the ball when it comes back out and they come at you.
Mavericks have cut it to three. Perkins. And the rebound tipped outside. Harris stumbles out with it. Seattle still contesting, but now Jason Kidd has it. Lucius Harris. Donald Hodge takes up slack. Drops the pass under to Tarpley, and it's out of bounds to Seattle.
Hodge saw Tarpley down low. Tarpley did set a good deep post. If he could have gotten the ball, he would have either been at the free throw line or been able to score down there.
Gary Payton runs the show for the Sonics, who lead it by 3. And a foul call. The exchange as Jason Kidd picks up the foul. That's his third. 2 team fouls on the Mavericks, a non-shooting foul.
How did they get the foul on Jason there? I thought the foul might be on Tarp. Let's see if he goes.
He went into Shrimp.
Yeah, he sure did when he went back, but we've seen a lot more contact than that with no foul call.
We saw more than that at the dinner table. Kidd goes out of the game. Mavericks bring Moreland Wiley back in. On a pass to the inside, it's out of bounds to Seattle. Shot clock at 18. There's Moreland Wiley, who gave him a lift the first time he had to come in tonight when Kidd picked up the first 2 fouls.
Wiley and Lucius Harris really helped coming off the bench along with Roy Tarpley. And Hodges has given a little bit of supplemental help too.
This is Payton. Leaving it for Perkins, who lines up the 3. And the rebound to Jackson.
Tarpley used his body well against Shredder.
The pass ahead to Tarpley underneath. Knocked away, but a foul called.
Great pass by Jim Jackson. Marshallonis, I think.
It is. Marshallonis with his second.
Boy, he is tough. Physically, watch this pass by Jackson. Excellent. You see Tarpley handle it. Marshallonis reaches in and gets him across the forearm.
14 fouls on Seattle. Lucius Harris against Marshallonis. That's a 2 if it goes, and does it ever. It's a 1-point game.
Remember what I said at the shoot-around this morning? There was going to be a night when Lucius Harris was going to get 15 points. The other night he was 2 for 10, but he played hard and took the good shots and played well.
Payton. The ball knocked out of bounds. Seattle has it with 4:59 remaining. Williams coming in and Tarpley going out for the Mavericks. 41-40. The Seattle lead down to 1. Sean Kemp back in for the Sonics. And Marshallonis goes out.
Now they get big again with Kemp back in the ball game with Schrempf. And, of course, Sam Perkins, who is posting up now on the left side.
And gets the ball in the double team. Perkins had it knocked loose, gets it back. Apparently he didn't. He walked with the ball. It's out of bounds. It belongs to Seattle.
I think Wiley hit it.
2 to shoot. 2 seconds left on the shot clock.
Have to do it quickly.
Payton looking to bring it in. They get the shot away in time. Rebound, Donald Hodge. Hodge fires a pass up court to Jackson. Here's Jackson blowing in on Schrempf, and Kemp missed the shot. Williams missed the tip. Sean Kemp the rebound for Seattle.
That's too bad. That was a great effort by Jackson and Williams.
And now it's Schrempf at the other end, giving the Sonics a 3-point lead.
From Kendall Gill.
Orlin Wiley looking for Jackson. Lorenzo Williams. Wiley drops it into Jackson. Wiley guarded by Schrempf. Off the drive. Hands it off inside to Williams. Blocked from behind, and the ball out of bounds to Dallas with 5 on the shot clock. That was Kemp who came over top.
Yeah, that's a great block by Kemp. There's no question about it. This is excellent block by Kemp. Watch him come over the top. But I'm really impressed with what these Maverick players off the bench are doing against a good, solid, talented Seattle team.
4:08 left in the half. 5 on the shot clock.
Mavericks going with that 3-guard alignment of Harris and Jackson and Wiley.
Jackson feeds Williams for the dunk.
See, that's a great pass. Good cut by Williams, and he handles it. Mavericks down 1.
And they're playing through foul trouble to both Jason Kidd and Popeye Jones.
Exactly, and really keeping their point. Very well prepared. Give Mata, Davis, give Mata a lot of credit.
Because now they've got a chance at the lead with 3:47 left in the half.
And George Karl puts his hands in his pockets and walks the other way, as you saw Dick Mata right there.
Jackson against the trap. Lucius Harris. Jackson with Gill guarding him.
See, they don't want you to come back that way. They want to keep you down inside when you get there.
Jim Jackson missed a tough shot, and then on the follow, he's fouled. He'll shoot 2 with 3:27 left. Foul is on Kendall Gill. 2 fouls on Gill. Jim Jackson, Mavericks' premier free throw shooter, on the line to shoot 2.
Jim Jackson at the free throw line for Dallas, shooting 2 shots.
Pretty good run in the second half the other night against Golden State.
You're looking at the future of NBA Western Conference All-Star at the free throw line in Jim Jackson. I wouldn't be surprised if he gets there this year.
Maybe looking at a future MVP.
Yep.
So Jackson ties the game
in only his 3rd season, and that's a little bit deceiving too. He didn't get a full season that first year.
Payton against Wiley. Sean Kemp rolls in on Lorenzo Williams. Now he's doubled up. Here's Gary Payton on the drive. And a foul, the basket pass. Foul is on Morlin Wiley.
See, that does hurt. When you go down to double team, you're somewhat vulnerable, because when the ball comes out from the man on the post back out to Payton, you have to sort of fly at him. And when you fly at him, that gives him an advantage to go around you, like you saw Payton do right there when he went to his right. You need to come out somewhat guarded and try and force him toward where the pivot man was. Instead of coming straight at him, force him down toward the baseline.
The free throw by Payton makes it a 3-point lead for Seattle. A little over 3 minutes remaining in the half.
They just switch constantly. The Seattle team is always switching.
And an offensive foul called on the Mavericks. It's on Donald Hodge.
That hurts right now. Mavericks have done such a good job in narrowing the gap. You want to take care of that basketball and not give it back.
Wiley putting some pressure on Payton up court.
Wiley and Harris with extended playing time here tonight.
Sean Kemp doubled in the post again. They work it perimeter to Perkins. Detlef Schrempf, Kendall Gill against Lucius Harris, and a foul called on Harris. Gill to shoot 2. 2:22 for the half and a timeout taken. Seattle Supersonics and the Dallas Mavericks, a 3-point game here in Tacoma.
Toilet training doesn't stop just because it's bedtime. Keep it going with Pull-Ups Training Pants, the best pants ever. When they go on, the confidence lasts all night. Look, Pull-Ups have leak guards. They handle wetness better than other pants, so leaks don't turn into setbacks. That's confidence. Day or night, there's no other pant like Pull-Ups.
Mommy, wow! I'm a big kid now.
Good morning, doctors.
Good morning.
We made an interesting find yesterday.
Video conferencing from GTE lets an archaeologist present moving images, text, even himself.
What do you think?
To an anthropologist
Can we get a closer look?
1,000 miles away.
Any ideas?
And an historian across the country.
Great. We'll meet again tomorrow.
Video conferencing from GTE brings people and information together instantly. Another way, it's amazing what we can do together.
You're watching KTVT, Channel 11, Fort Worth, Dallas.
Time for another iMasters Telestrator replay.
Watch Donald Hodge trigger the inbounds pass. Williams will step across and pick for Jackson right here, and he sets a good pick. Jackson comes across. Stop it right there. As this double team comes, Jackson sees it immediately, and Williams goes to the basket like he should do. Jackson with an outstanding pass. Williams with a good catch. Gets up quickly and gets the dunk. Good execution on the out-of-bounds play underneath your basket.
Mavericks within 3. Shooting pretty well from the field throughout this first half.
Mavericks shooting 51%. 8 out of 14 in this quarter with great help off the bench from Moreland Wiley and Lucius Harris. The biggest problem right now is the fact that Jason Kidd and Popeye Jones both have 3 fouls, but the people off the bench have played so well they've kept the Mavericks right there within reach. Mashburn's coming back too. That'll help down the stretch here in the first half, Jim.
Mavericks with Lorenzo Williams, Donald Hodge, Jamal Mashburn, Moreland Wiley, and Jim Jackson. Kendall Gill on the free throw line for Seattle. And Gill is 2 for 2 free throwing tonight. 7-point score.
You saw Mashburn with a big smile on his face as he goes by Payton. Payton tries to talk a little bit of that trash to him. That's what you do to a guy like that. You look at him, you smile, and you walk away. Respond with the defense and baskets. Respond with the ball like Moreland Wiley just did. Don't worry about the talk.
Good hustle by Moreland Wiley to come away with that rebound. Big play for the Mavericks, who with a hoop can cut it to 2. Jackson doubled up, slipped through somehow, but then threw it away.
Yeah, you see Jackson right there. He knows that he made a mistake, but no loss of poise, no outward display of emotion. Get back down the floor, play some defense, and get the ball back.
Seattle working on a string of 4 straight. 2:15 for the half. Oh, good feed on the backdoor play, and Payton with the layup.
An excellent cut from the off side of the floor, the weak side of the floor. Weak side of the floor being the side of the floor where the ball is not, folks.
Moreland Wiley. Kendall Gill guarding him. Jackson. And off the ball, another illegal defense ball whistle against Seattle. So the Mavericks get the free throw and a new 24. Sam Perkins called for the illegal defense.
Substitution for the Supersonics.
Watch it. Here comes Payton in here from the offside. You see, the defense turned their head, looked. When you look, you cut to the basket. That's exactly what Payton did when the defense looked away.
Jackson 2 for 3 free throwing tonight. The Sonics lead is 5 with 1:56 left in the half.
When you're playing on the road, you want to be very careful in the last couple of minutes not to really lose momentum. We saw that happen the other night, and it carried over into the third period. So the Mavericks need to be careful, but still aggressive here in the last couple of minutes.
All Mashburn, 15 in the shot clock. Mashburn, nice move on the inside. The rebound, though, to Kemp. Up court, it's Payton. Now Detlef Shrimp up the middle. Hands it off to Askew.
It's Askew.
Right in situations like that, that's exactly what I'm referring to. Don't allow them to really open things up.
This is an 8-1 run by Seattle. Mashburn missing, taken out by Kemp. Gary Payton. Detlef Shrimp, 1:15 left in the half. Shrimp against Jackson.
Defensive transition, you cannot forget it.
Gary Payton missing the 18-footer. And now Wiley with a long pass ahead to Jackson. Jim Jackson had it knocked away, but a foul called, and Jackson shoots 2.
I like the aggressiveness by the Mavericks that time. Don't want to get too cautious. Wiley looks down the floor. He finds Jackson down there. He watched Jackson make his move. Try to get inside, and you'll see Shrimp. Now, it wasn't Shrimp that reached out. It was Askew that time.
Yep, Vincent Askew picking up the foul. That's his second. Jim Jackson hitting the first of 2.
You know, we're so spoiled that it's a situation like this late in a period or late in the half where we normally see Jason Kidd come up with big-time plays. He seems to excel in that last minute of a period or the half of the ball game.
Jackson with both free throws down.
It's hard for him to do that tonight. He's sitting on the bench with 3 fouls.
But the encouraging thing is the Mavericks are hanging right in this game, only down by 5.
Extremely encouraging.
So he would be available, you would think, when it's winning time. Here's Perkins, Shrimp, less than a minute. Askew against Jackson. Askew on the fake.
Oh, shit, bro.
And the rebound to Lorenzo Williams. On ahead to Wiley. Scoops to Jackson on the run-out dunk.
How about the play by Wiley? He knew where Jackson was. How about the rebound by Lorenzo Williams?
And the Mavericks get it back on shot clock possession before the half ends.
I think that's big going into the locker room. I think it's real big, regardless of what happens on this possession.
Here's Detlef Shrimp.
Boy, he's
tough. 14 points for Shrimp in the game.
Now you get one. You don't want to give it back to him now.
There is a slight differential, just a second or so.
See, they're going to force it out of Mashburn's hands. You see both Perkins.
Yep, another illegal defense whistled against Seattle. And now the Mavericks get the free throw and the ball for the remainder of the half.
Watch the Mavericks. You saw Williams with the ball. Watch Wiley. Knows that Jackson is there. Jackson on in for the dunk. Payton tried to come over the top defensively, but Jackson did a nice job knowing where that defensive man was.
Jackson on the free throw line, shooting a big free throw. And rims it in. George Karl not happy.
Yeah, George Karl's done a nice job with this Seattle club ever since he arrived a couple of years ago.
Lorenzo Williams going out. Jim Jackson to make the inbounds pass.
Come back, man.
Lucius Harris in the lineup for the Mavericks. Jackson looking to bring it in. Slips the bounce pass into Hodge. Jackson has it back. Now it's Mashburn. 9 seconds. Mashburn driving through a crowd. Had it knocked away from him. Askew out with a loose ball. Seattle has time if Payton can control, and he does. Missed the 3 at the buzzer. All things considered, though, the Dallas Mavericks are in great shape at halftime. They've played through foul trouble. They're only down by 4, 53-49.
And remember, tonight you're playing for Bud Light, ladies. The boys are back in town.
These guys are good. Who are you calling guys? Yeah.
Looks like you're in the finals. Ma'am, for the great taste that won't fill you up and never let you down, make it a Bud Light.
You're the defending ladies pool champion?
Yes, I am.
What am I doing with you here this evening?
You're my brother. You're helping me choose a car.
Oh, so the Grand Am has a 150 horsepower engine standard.
It's a blast to drive, and it's got more power than the Accord or the Camry for thousands less.
Airbag, anti-lock brakes?
Standard, and the price is right.
Grand Am SE, just $199 a month. It's a smart drive.
Smart choice.
Thank you.
So what am I doing here?
You're helping me pick a color.
Smart drive a Pontiac today, the official car of the Dallas Mavericks.
If you love the Dallas Mavericks, Target's Fantasy Sweepstakes can get you closer to the action than you've ever dreamed. Because you can win exciting fantasies, including the chance to do the play-by-play with Ted Davis or go on a road trip. Nah, we can't get you on the team, but it's pretty darn close.
$53-49, the halftime score here in the Tacoma Dome, with Seattle leading the Mavericks at halftime. Time for a halftime feature, and your host, Kevin McCarthy.
Good evening. Thanks for joining us at halftime. As you probably remember, the season was barely a week old when Jamal Mashburn lit up the Chicago Bulls for 50 points and became the first member of what the Mavericks are now calling the 50-50 Club, players that go for 50 or more in a single game. Tonight, we'd like to show you what that 50-point game looked like.
Mashburn, tipped away by Kuskoviak. Mashburn off the drive, to the hoop, and scores on Purdue and draws the foul. That's Mashburn with the offensive rebound and hoop. The kick out to Mashburn, his three. Mashburn, 4-3. Oh, man, bookend threes for Mashburn. Popeye Jones dumps it inside to Mashburn. Mashburn against Purdue. Nicely done, Jamal with 15. Now Jamal to the hoop. Oh, gets his own rebound. Around the Williams pick, there's Purdue to meet him at the hoop, but Jamal still muscles it in. Jones found a Mashburn backdoor on Pippen. Nice play. He's got it against Pippen. Jamal Mashburn scores on Pippen and draws the foul. Quick punch into Mashburn. He's got Kuskoviak on him this time and scores over Purdue and draws the foul. Jamal Mashburn with 31.
You think he feels it? He is taking it to him tonight.
He has been the monster mash so far in this game. Kid.
Second option, post up.
Mashburn over Pippen, and a foul on Pippen. Jamal Mashburn dancing on the head of Scottie Pippen here in this third quarter. Ron Harper out with a loose ball. He nearly cut the dribble. Kid to steal. Ahead to Mashburn. He's got the gimme. Donald Hodge against Purdue. 10 to shoot. Mashburn for three. Book it. Jamal Mashburn with 40. Nash calling a play as he comes down on the push. Takes Pippen into the lane. 42 for Jamal.
What play was that he called?
Mod play.
Give me the ball.
Mashburn on Pippen. Jamal Mashburn again. 10 to shoot. Mashburn against Pippen. Jamal leaping leader, and he's got 46. Kid guarded by Armstrong. Mashburn with 49 and a foul. Mashburn has tied the Mavericks all-time high, and now he has a chance to establish a new best. Mashburn has 50, and the Mavericks have the three-point lead.
That's Jamal's 50-point effort early in the season. Next time, we'll show you Jim Jackson getting 50 against Denver. Until next time, thanks for joining us at halftime.
Great moments in copier history.
The ancient Egyptians introduced plain papyrus copying, which worked out okay until the year of the Great Fire.
Today, Monarch Business Equipment brings you the latest technology in copiers, fax machines, and laser printers. Monarch Business Equipment provides sales and service for the entire line of Toshiba copiers and fax machines and is conveniently located on the North Dallas Tollway at Arapahoe. Courteous and professional service make the Monarch difference. Call Monarch today. Toshiba.
When you wear a pro player jacket, it's not just your jacket people notice. It's your attitude. Pro player. Wear the attitude.
This copyrighted broadcast of the National Basketball Association may not be retransmitted, reproduced, or rebroadcast without the expressed written consent of the NBA.
Office Max, taking it to the max.
For business-related gifts that are sure to please, do your holiday shopping at Office Max, where everything we sell comes with our low price guarantee.
Taking it to the max.
Purchase an Adams 2-part carbonless sales book and receive a While You Were Out message pad free. The Casio SF5300 Boss electronic organizer with 64K memory has calendar, phone directory, and more.
Office Max, taking it to the max.
Nothing under the tree yet? Circuit City still has lots of last-minute gifts to choose from, all at guaranteed low prices. Circuit City, the right prices right now. This Magnavox 19-inch stereo TV is just $249.97, and this Toshiba cordless phone is just $59.97. Circuit City, the right prices right now.
4-point game at halftime in the Tacoma Dome. Seattle on top, 53-49, but the Mavericks doing a great job of playing through some adversity in the first half. Jim Durham with Bob Ortigal here, sort of at courtside in the Tacoma Dome. Actually, we're in the second row.
Well, a little bit hard to see, but we'll survive.
I'll tell you what, every time the Mavericks come out on the road, something happens that really is even more encouraging, perhaps, than the game before.
And I think it has to be the play off the bench. Right now, the Mavericks bench has 19 points in the first half. The Sonics bench has 11, and they have a very strong bench. The problem, Popeye Jones and Jason Kidd have played only 9 minutes each, 18 minutes between them, and the Mavericks are only down 4 points. I mean, you just would not think that that would happen.
So while the Mavericks and the Sonics are having at it tonight in the Tacoma Dome, let's take a look at the Dallas Morning News NBA scoreboard. The Cavaliers are red hot. That's their 7th win in a row. New York is not. That's the Knicks' 4th loss in a row. Charlotte wins over Philadelphia. And the Utah Jazz win for the 18th time this year, the 10th time on the road. 7 straight for the Jazz as they win at Atlanta. Houston wins a big one. The Rockets needed that one at home, and they defeat the Phoenix Suns tonight, 114-106. That halts that Phoenix winning streak at 7. Underway at Golden State, Chris Webber's return, and the Warriors lead the Bullets 28-21. Sacramento with a 4-point lead on the T-Wolves in the first. We'll be back after these messages.
Taco Cabana, we're cooking fresh for you.
It didn't take long for folks to discover Taco Cabana's chicken flambiante.
All day, all night, we make it right. That's what we love to do.
We marinate the leanest chicken, then slow roast it in a wood-burning oven.
We're friendlier, we're faster. Oh, the party's just begun.
A whole chicken feast is just $8.99, and a quarter chicken dinner is only $3.49.
Come on, everyone, Taco Cabana.
At FINA, we know the best way to design a gasoline is from the inside out. So our Genesis Premium Gasoline was made to keep your intake valves clean, giving you more performance and better gas mileage. Because how a gasoline performs inside your car has a lot to do with how you perform on the outside. Genesis Gasolines. From your friends at FINA, the formula for the future.
So, what's the newest thing from Foot Locker? It's a chance to vote for which NBA players go to the All-Star Game, to go to All-Star Weekend in Phoenix with 3 of your friends, to take a 3-point shot for $1 million. $1 million. Thank you, Foot Locker. Because the newest thing from Foot Locker is the $1 Million Shot Sweepstakes, and the official NBA balloting headquarters is right where you'd expect it to be. Foot Locker, where it all begins.
4-point game here at halftime in Tacoma. Let's take a look at the Foot Locker halftime statistics. The Mavericks went off, hitting their first 6. They cooled off, but they rekindled it a little bit from the perimeter and end up 50%.
Yeah, once again, we see a Maverick team bounce back when it looked like they had a chance to really get into deep trouble. Free throw line, pretty good shooting, identical by both teams, as you can see. The Mavericks also bounced back in the rebounding department and did come up with a few offensive rebounds, really missing Popeye Jones, who, by the way, does not have a rebound in those 9 minutes. And turnovers, that's too many, even though Seattle is tough, and they do a lot of things defensively, scrambling that defense, trying to force your offense out on the floor. You don't want to turn it over 13 times. I'm sure Dick Motta talked about that at halftime.
Both teams are back on the court. We'll be back after these messages.
And remember, tonight you're playing for Bud Light, ladies. The boys are back in town.
These guys are good. Who are you calling guys? Yeah.
Looks like you're in the finals. Ma'am, for the great taste that won't fill you up and never let you down, make it a Bud Light.
You're the defending ladies pool champion?
Yes, I am. What is cool? Does who you hang with make you cool? Yo, B, check me out. I'm funky. Maybe not. Hey, wait, these dudes are cool. Whoa, bro, I'm totally cool. Nah, maybe going prep is cool.
Hey, Buffy.
Now that is not cool. If I was like this guy, then I'd be cool. I need a cold drink. What should I drink?
Give your brain a rest. Obey your thirst. Sprite.
Who should I drink it with?
Beautiful, fresh garden lettuce, and tomatoes, sliced grilled chicken.
The size of those burgers. Dream about Whataburgers all the time because they're open 24 hours a day.
Pancakes, I get from Whataburgers. They're so big.
Strawberry shake, a Whataburger with cheese. Tomatoes. I love the crispy bacon. Absolutely have to have extra pickles on
With
there.
a side order of onion rings.
What you waiting for?
Hi, I'm Jamal Master from the Dallas Mavericks. I'm Dick Motta, coach of the Dallas Mavericks, and on behalf of the organization and the team, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you too, Coach. To everyone out there.
Motta and Mashburn, known as the M&M Boys.
That's not a bad combination. That seems that thing has been working all year. Hopefully it'll continue to work for a long time to come.
Well, how is that Pontiac key matchup working so far?
Well, I think it's kind of hard to evaluate, to be very honest with you, because Jason Kidd has only 9 minutes of action, 2 points and 6 assists. But
6 assists in 9 minutes.
I know. That's the thing that's amazing. That's why you can't put a lot of value in that matchup tonight. If Kidd has many minutes as Payton, I think he would have the edge right now, certainly in the assist column.
Taco Cabana says, who's hot? How about these guys? Won 8 of their last 10. Indiana, Orlando. We talked about Utah winning again tonight on the road, and this Seattle Supersonics team.
And let me dwell once again on the fact that Orlando came in here against the Seattle Supersonics and was defeated 124-84. That's a 40-point margin. And here the Dallas Mavericks are down 4 to that same Seattle team at halftime.
Mavericks will head on to Portland tomorrow. And tomorrow night, a date with the Trailblazers.
Now, that's a real tough assignment. It'll be back-to-back Seattle and Portland, the 4th game on this road trip, extended road trip for the Mavericks.
This stretch right now, the game tonight against Seattle, tomorrow night against Portland, the night after Christmas at Phoenix. Those 3 stops for the Mavericks, those teams have a combined home court record of 31-6.
And that'll tell you a little bit about your ball club when you get back home after playing those kind of people and that quality of talent on the road when you play them at their house.
We're ready. Second half action underway. Seattle with the ball. Jason Kidd in the lineup for the Mavericks as he starts the 3rd quarter. Popeye Jones also in there. Over the top, the pass almost went in. Kidd ends up with it. Inside Mashburn, and the Mavericks are off to a good start here in the second half.
Jason Kidd back at the point. First thing he does, comes away with the ball, takes it the length of the floor, and gets the assist on a nice interior bounce pass.
And thus it's a 2-point game. We say again, you don't get any credit for style points. Kemp. Shrimp on the double team. Kick out to Perkins.
Good rotation.
Now it's Payton missing the 2, and Lorenzo Williams the rebound.
Real nice defensive rotation that time by the Mavericks.
Jim Jackson steps up and fires, and the game is tied at 53.
That team in the blue shirts, they like to play in the second half. They like to play, period.
And they're not intimidated on the road, that's for sure. Here's Shrimp. Detlef Schrempf missing on the running hook. Jackson the rebound. A throw ahead to Mashburn. Mashburn in on Payton, and a foul on Payton. Jamal Mashburn shoots 2. Gary Payton with his second foul.
I think Payton did about the only thing he could do. It looked like he tried to go to the elbow. I didn't get a good look at it. Let's see if Payton goes to Mashburn's elbow. Does he go to his elbow? He can't block the shot. See if he goes to his elbow. He does. You see him right there. Caught him on the left elbow.
Jamal Mashburn with a chance to put the Mavericks in front. And he does. So the Mavericks are out of the gate with the first 5 points of the 3rd quarter.
Nice way to start the second half when you're on the road. Nice way to start it if you're at home. We keep saying on the road, and in this league you have to do it at home as well as you do on the road.
Mashburn drops them both. Seattle facing a rare deficit. Remember, this Sonics team has won 10 in a row here in the Tacoma Dome. They lost only 1 game, and that was to Sacramento early in the year. Ooh, Kemp looked like he got away with a walk. He gets the layup down and draws the foul.
I'm in agreement with you. Once again, he does things so quickly. They're not big steps, but that doesn't matter. Let's see, does he walk? Right foot, left foot? Yeah. Technically, the ball's supposed to hit the floor before the left foot does, before the second foot does. But they don't always make that call in the NBA.
And Kemp hits the free throw. So the Sonics are back in front by 1. Jim Jackson guarded by Kendall Gill.
There's that 3-man play, right side of the floor. Mavericks love this.
Inside pass intended for Jackson. A foul on Detlef Schrempf. 3rd foul on Schrempf.
They get Popeye Jones, Jackson, and Mashburn on the right side of the floor, and they lift Lorenzo Williams and Jason Kidd. By lifting, I mean they take them beyond the top of the circle or the 3-point line.
Mavericks with a new 24. Jackson drops it for Popeye Jones. He's checked by Kemp and doubled up. And now Popeye dribbles through and finds Jackson wide open for 3. Rebound Lorenzo Williams. And he lost it out of bounds. It was knocked out by Seattle.
That's a nice job by Lorenzo Williams. That's what you call doing what you're supposed to do. He's supposed to rebound the ball, get away from the... Oh, there it is.
He was right through his hands, though, out of bounds to Seattle. Right idea. Mashburn made the pass into Williams.
Not an easy pass to handle, but one that Williams probably should have caught. You need to expect that.
Seattle the ball in a 1-point lead. 9:50 left in the 3rd. Kendall Gill comes up shooting. Lorenzo Williams the rebound. Out to Jackson.
Nice outlet. Good quick outlet by Williams that time.
Jackson into Mashburn. Mashburn Finding Jackson. Now it's Kidd inside to Popeye Jones. Rebound, Lorenzo Williams to follow it in and give the Mavericks the 1-point lead.
Great example of how you go to the offensive board. Williams working the baseline, coming up on the other side. That's why he got it.
Gary Payton guarded by Kidd. Went away from the screen by Kemp and lost it out of bounds. It was kicked by Dallas, so it's a new 24.
That's a good call. Good call by the official. Williams did kick the ball. That's better than letting that bounce pass go through there and get the easy layup, though. Run, clock, run.
3 minutes into the second half. Here is Shrimp. Under pressure, not there. Popeye Jones, a rebound. Kidd ahead to Jackson and thrown away. Jason had to fire one up there because to get it over the defensive player's head.
Good defensive play. That's exactly what happened. The defensive player was there with his hands up, so you've got to put the ball up higher to get it down the floor.
15 Mavericks turnovers. Mavericks, though, still lead it by 1. Sam Perkins draws the double team. Shrimp back inside to Gary Payton. And it's Seattle by 1. 14 for Payton. Gary Payton leads this team in scoring, averaging 20.7. Mashburn under the double team. Lorenzo Williams good feed to Popeye Jones.
That's what the Mavericks are supposed to do. You be alert for the ball when the trap occurs. I mean, that's a nice job. Good execution.
I'll tell you what, Bob, early in this third quarter, the Mavericks offensively are cutting Seattle to ribbons with their half-court offense. Shrimp got in deep. Not much you can do there. Kemp has 14. Mashburn, 4-3. Payton with the rebound. Seattle coming back with a 1-point lead. And a foul on Mashburn. It's the first foul on Jamal Mashburn. First, make that the second team foul on the Mavericks in the third.
The official indicating he was trying to hold him with his elbow. Let's see if that's the case. He did have his elbow there, but I don't know that it slowed Shrimp down at all. It was a good offensive move.
Sam Perkins has it now. He's surrounded. Out to Payton. Jackknife shot won't go, but a foul call. And that foul is also on Jamal Mashburn.
Jamal Mashburn, his second, third team foul with a quarter against the Mavericks. To the free throw line, number 20.
Payton has that quickness and the ability to put the ball on the floor and create as you look at Gary Payton.
He hits on the first one. We are driving excitement. Check out the all-new 95 Pontiacs at your nearby North Texas Pontiac dealer, Pontiac. The official car of the Dallas Mavericks. We are driving excitement.
Payton last year, third team All-NBA, first team NBA All-Defense. He had a heck of a year.
3-point lead for Seattle. Jackson in the double team off to Popeye Jones underneath Lorenzo Williams, and he is tied up by Kemp.
Once again, it's very fine ball movement. Mavericks adjusting to the defense, doing a good job moving the ball. Kemp made a good play. Look at Jones with the ball this time. Gets it over Lorenzo Williams. You see Sean Kemp right there with his hand on top of the ball. Good play.
This is like the center jump we had today. Now, Kemp didn't jump then to start the game.
He went up with the ball that time.
This Alexander says we had a double violation. We will re-jump.
And what they did was to both anticipate the toss.
And it wasn't thrown up straight either.
That's correct. That's why that's so much controversy. You can do it again.
Second double violation.
A second double violation.
That one didn't look like it was thrown up straight either.
You got to get it up a long way before Kemp and Williams.
Ping-ponged around, and the Mavericks keep it. Mavericks could use a hoop with about 7:10 left in the third. They trail by 3. Jason Kidd on the double team. Popeye Jones, cross-court to Mashburn. He lines up the... Oh, it's a 2. Mashburn hits for 2, and it's a 1-point game.
He doesn't do that very often. He's been quoted as saying, I go for
Kendall Gill missed the layup, and here come the Mavericks back.
There's a break.
Jason Kidd spins away from Payton. Lost the handle, though, and they're going to call him for a kick violation.
Timeout.
A timeout taken by Seattle. 6:44 for the third. The Sonics lead is just 1.
What am I doing with you here this evening?
You're my brother. You're helping me choose a car.
Oh, so the Grand Am has a 150 horsepower engine standard.
It's a blast to drive, and it's got more power than the Accord or the Camry for thousands less.
Airbag, anti-lock brakes?
Standard, and the price is right.
Grand Am SE, just $199 a month. It's a smart drive.
Smart choice.
Thank you.
So what am I doing here?
You're helping me pick a color.
Smart drive a Pontiac today, the official car of the Dallas Mavericks.
At the time, Muggsy, a man of small stature, was to battle the giant named Goliath. Armed only with an incredible thirst to prove himself, Muggsy, fleet of foot, did circle and confuse Goliath, and thus slew the mighty giant. All the people celebrated. Sprite flowed freely, thus it was written. Height is nothing, thirst is everything. Obey your thirst.
If you're a GTE telephone customer,
Hello, GTE Customer Care Center.
I have a question.
this is what service looks like.
We'll take care of it right away.
Because at GTE customer care centers all across the country,
1 second, I can fix it from here.
our employees have the power to solve customer needs on the
I
spot.
can do that right now.
Are you sure you don't have to ask your supervisor?
Yes, ma'am, I'm sure.
Customer care centers from GTE help us serve our telephone customers faster. Another way, it's amazing what we can do together.
Brad Davis with the Dallas Mavericks. We'd like to wish you and your family a
Very
Merry Christmas.
All right, Brad got the great assist from the whole family. Hey, tickets for most regular season games on sale now at the Reunion Arena box office or any Dillard's department store. Call 214-939-2800 for ticket information. Jim Durham with Bob Ortigal in Tacoma. 1-point lead for Seattle. The Sonics the ball. Mavericks getting on the glass here in the third quarter tonight. This is Payton on the return.
It's a nice change of direction by Payton. He showed his quickness. It looked like he was going to come off the top of the pick to his left, went back the other way, and was wide open.
Popeye Jones shoots it on Kemp. How'd that come from?
Confidence, confidence. He just moved right in.
That's not an easy shot for a big man.
No, not when you're moving forward like that. But he took that 18-footer and made it about a 12-footer or 10-footer and drained it.
Payton didn't really have the spacing, but still was able to get the pass into Schrempf. Right back to Payton, leaves it for Perkins. First 2 points tonight for Sam Perkins.
And by the time Perkins gets done extending that left arm, believe me, he's up over the rim because he's got maybe the longest arms in the NBA.
Kidd went away from the screen. A pitch out to Jackson. A 3-try. Bucket. Jim Jackson with his second 3 of the game.
With the opportunity created by the penetration from point guard number 5, Jason Kidd.
Sonics now need a hoop to go back in front. Payton. Kidd stays with him all the way inside. He hands to Schrempf. And the rebound, Kidd got a hand on it. Schrempf ends up with it. Jason Kidd against Payton. Payton beats him that time on the baseline. Payton's got 20.
Kidd's trying to be a little bit careful because of the foul situation, and Payton taking advantage of that with that dribble penetration.
Now Payton guarding Jim Jackson. Rebound laid in by Popeye Jones.
Popeye Jones.
4:50 left in the third. Kemp got pinched off, hands to Kendall Gill, who drew the foul. Mavericks wanted a walk on the play, but a foul called instead on Lorenzo Williams.
Pretty solid defense down low by Lorenzo Williams against Sean Kemp.
The foul is on number 40.
Now Tarpley comes in. That's Lorenzo Williams going out.
fourth team foul. Kendall Gill at the free throw line, shooting 2.
Roy Tarpley making his second half appearance here. Gill.
Substitution for Dallas number 42, Roy Tarpley.
And one of the things that's happening to Seattle right now is Gary Payton is really starting to get involved with the dribble and his offensive production. That could hurt that club because other people begin to stand around. Let's see if that does take place.
2 free throws by Gill, giving Seattle the 2-point lead. Sometimes it's not always wise for your point guard to lead you in scoring.
I think it's more than sometimes. I think it's more often.
Popeye Jones had it taken away from him. Gill and Payton in the trap, and now Payton with a lob to Gill.
You see what Payton likes to do. That's the second time he's done that. He loves to make that alley-oop pass.
Jackson. Tarpley cross court to Mashburn. And now Jackson doubled up off to an open Tarpley. Missed the short shot. Popeye with a follow. Yes, and a foul call.
That's huge. That is just huge right now because the crowd had come into the game, and Popeye Jones makes a great play. Look at this.
The Pizza Hut delivery of the game right here.
And some delivery it is. Gary Payton, Kendall Gill of Illinois handles it with one hand and gets the dunk.
Popeye Jones converts on the three-point play. You know, Popeye's got 11 in the game, 9 here in the third.
And he only plays 9 minutes in the first half.
That's right. And the Mavericks are within 1. Sean Kemp against Tarpley in the double team. Now it's Kendall Gill. Leaves it for Kemp. 6 to shoot. Perkins nails the 3.
You see the versatility that Perkins possesses as you look at number 14. Shoots the 3 outside. Last time he scored with a left-handed hook inside.
Jason Kidd out to Jackson. Jackson over Gill. Rebound taken out by Perkins. Sonics back with a 4-point lead. It's Kidd picking a pass off intended for Gill. Jason Kidd storms into the front court. Mashburn for 3. A big hoop for Jamal Mashburn. He's got 20.
Once again, it's Jason Kidd with the steal, taking care of the basketball, knowing where Mashburn was, creating the opportunity.
3 minutes left in the third, a 1-point Seattle lead. Payton, Kendall Gill. Rebound Popeye Jones, and the Mavericks come back with a chance at the lead. On ahead to Jackson from Kidd. Jackson on the move, guarded by Payton. Takes him out deep, hits the shot and draws the foul. Stuck it in with Payton hanging on him. Jim Jackson with the basket. Gary Payton with his third foul. Timeout taken, Mavericks. 2:42 for the third, and Dallas has the lead.
Familiar as blue jeans, Hollywood chase scenes, as timeless as pop flies, and you know whose blue eyes. It's always been true. This
Just for you, a taste you'll find in no other beer at any price. Beechwood Aged Budweiser.
It's always been true.
Now that the Pagemaster is here, people of all ages want to recreate the experience.
You, sir, need adventure! Danger! Fantasy! Horror! Romance! Comedy! And one more thing!
Yes, now at Pizza Hut, get the Pagemaster Meal Deal. One of 4 Pagemaster games, plus a large 2-topping pizza, 2-liter Pepsi, breadsticks, and more. All for just $12.99.
Wait! Didn't show me your library card.
Hi, I'm Amy Grant. You know, if you're like me, you probably look around your community and think, there's so much that needs doing. Well, I wish I could help. But you don't know where to begin. Well, I have news for you. We've been helping all along. Every time you and I shop at Target, they take a portion of what we spend and put it right back into our communities. No other store gives away a bigger percentage of its profits. So let your dollar make a difference. You'll be surprised at what you can save shopping at Target.
Southwestern Bell call to the bench tonight was answered by Lucius Harris. In the first half, he came off to score 8 points.
He had good shots. He didn't hesitate at all. no hesitation. He took the good shot when it was there. I still think there's a strong possibility that that guy is going to develop into a real solid player coming off of that bench. We certainly saw in the first half, Jim.
Mavericks have the 1-point lead with 2:42 left in the third. Mavericks have scored the last 5 points of the game, and Jim Jackson on the free throw line.
Jim Jackson to the free throw line for Dallas, shooting 1
Trying to
shot.
complete on the 3-point play.
Jimmy Jackson always there at crunch time. There'll be crunch time again tonight, you would have to believe.
He's got 21 points in the game. Mavericks by 2.
Sonics not accustomed to looking up on the scoreboard and finding themselves behind by 2 with 2:35 left in the third period.
Vincent Askew with the ball now. Askew works his way into the lane. Sam Perkins with Jones on him. Askew has it back, 5 to shoot. Askew against Mashburn. Askew, that's a tough shot. Popeye Jones had a hand on it, and a foul on Seattle.
Nice job by Jones inside. Working hard, I mean really working hard on the boards. I'll point out something again, that Jones not intimidated by that 9 minutes in the first half and the 3 fouls. He didn't let that bother him. This club has a wonderful temperament about it, and I think it's plain and simply a reflection of the temperament of the coaching staff.
Popeye Jones hits the first of 2.
I don't know how I could describe to you the importance of temperament when it comes to a game of basketball with a crowd so close, so much emotion, things happening so quickly. But the Dallas Mavericks have it.
And they have a 4-point lead. They have run off the last 8. Payton. Perkins against Popeye Jones. Detlef Shrimp guarded by Tarpley. Shrimp leaves it for Marshallonis, who's wide open.
And he is an excellent spot-up shooter.
Full court press now by Seattle.
Yeah, there's the change coming out of the timeout.
Kidd beats it coast to coast. Took the full court press and cut it to shreds. Jason Kidd puts the Mavericks back up by 4.
And he still hasn't picked up that 4th foul, and that's encouraging.
Perkins slips underneath, hits the shot, and draws the foul.
By Sam Perkins.
Watch Kidd this time right there. Watch him go the length of the floor. He's going to beat Payton. He comes to the inside and takes the path right to the basket.
That foul is on Popeye Jones. That's his 4th. Donald Hodge coming into the game, replacing Popeye.
Sam Perkins at the free throw line.
Outstanding performance in that third period by Jones. But with that 4th foul, Dick Motta has no choice but to get him out of there.
Perkins with the free throw down. It's a 1-point lead for Dallas. Jason Kidd again beats the press. Here comes Kidd all the way inside again. Tried to finish lefty. Ball comes out to Seattle. Payton stayed at the other end, and he gives the Sonics the lead.
Now Payton did not do what he was supposed to do. Normally he would come into the front court, but he laid back that time, and as a result got an easy bucket.
Donald Hodge in the double team. His cross-court pass goes out of bounds, untouched. So Seattle has it with 1:08 left in the third, and the Sonics lead it by 1. Detlef Shrimp working around a Perkins screen.
Oh, he's open.
Yep. Detlef Shrimp saw the opening. His first basket of the second half. 16 points in the game, though.
A little bit of defensive hesitation that time on the part of the Mavericks. You don't want to do that against a team with good offensive quickness.
Mavericks, who are up by 4, now trail by 3. Jason Kidd lets Perkins fly by. A kick out to Mashburn for 3. Jamal on the miss. Rebound is saved. No, he didn't. Payton went out of bounds. Payton says no. Bruce Alexander says yes, and his opinion is the one that counts.
Out of bounds violation called against Seattle. It's Dallas ball.
Let's look at it right here. Payton with a nice effort going after the ball. Dick Motta's going to try to help out right there. I thought he got the ball before the hand hit the ground.
I did too. But anyway, the Mavericks the ball. They're down by 3. 30 seconds left in the third. Mashburn. And away from the play, we get a hand check foul.
Marshallonis, I believe.
Third foul on him.
Marshallonis is third.
Seattle over the limit. Donald Hodge on the free throw line.
free throw line. 1 plus the penalty shot for 2 shots.
Hodge with 2 points in the first half. Now he can bring the Mavericks to within 1 with 26.8 left in the third.
Oh, yes. He stepped up and shot those with confidence, didn't he, Jim?
Sure did.
Right up to the line.
He was only 6 for 13 on the year before he went to the free throw line.
Looked real good shooting those 2 free throws.
2-point, about 2 seconds difference. 2.8 actually.
This guy likes to drive. He likes to get to the free throw line. He likes to create.
That's Marshallonis. He leaves it for Perkins for 3. Rebound, Jason Kidd. 4 seconds left. Mavericks have time. Here's Kidd launching the 3. Off the back iron, and at the end of 3, the Mavericks continue in their comeback search. They are within 1, 84-83.
Oh, you want to check?
Check.
What happened to your watch? See, one more thing like that. Same thing. Same thing.
But
you're not wearing a watch. What do you care? What do you care if you're in the NBA what somebody thinks of your watch or where your watch is? Take your kid out of here. Hey, see, I did it again. Foul, I got a foul here.
What is cool? Does who you hang with make you cool? Yo, B, check me out. I'm funky. Maybe not. Hey, wait, these dudes are cool.
Whoa, bro, I'm totally cool.
Nah, maybe going prep is cool.
Hey, Buffy.
Now that is not cool. If I was like this guy, then I'd be cool. I need a cold drink. What should I drink?
Give your brain a rest. Obey your thirst. Sprite.
Who should I drink it with?
Southwestern Bell Mobile Systems, the official cellular service provider of the Dallas Mavericks.
Bank One's new personalized credit and checking cards have your face and signature right up front. They're head and shoulders above the rest.
Time now for Bank One's 24-second shootout. If a Mavericks player scores within 24 seconds, Creta Gray of Mesquite receives a $500 savings bond. Compliments of Bank One. Remember, you can sign up for the Bank One 24-second shootout at all participating Bank One locations. Here we go. Mavericks in possession as the fourth quarter begins. And Dallas looking for the lead. Tarpley with Sean Kemp on him. Donald Hodge. Kidd, 7 to shoot. Jason Kidd puts the Mavericks in front. Creta Gray, you've just won a $500 savings bond. Compliments of Bank One.
That won't hurt her Christmas, will it? That'll help her Christmas a little bit.
Now it's Payton working around a pick by Schrempf. Runs into Kidd. Offensive foul on Payton. 4th foul on Gary Payton.
Jason Kidd took a pretty good shot in the mouth, but great position. You can see right there. Watch him inside. Watch the position that Kidd has right here. Just an excellent defensive job. Second look at it, you see Kidd go down when the contact is made.
He still hasn't picked up that 4th foul.
Smart.
That's
smart
right.
player.
50% shooting both ways, 50% plus. Here's Mashburn under for the dunk. Jamal with sort of a drop dunk move. He's got 22, and the Mavericks lead it by 3.
I thought Jackson did a nice job looking off the defense. He looked away from Mashburn.
Vince Askew off the drive, blocked and cleared by Tarpley. Kidd with the ball. Mavericks off to a good start here in the 4th. Mashburn in deep with a turnaround on Shrimp. Not there. Rebound, Tarpley. Tried to lay it up and drew the foul. Roy Tarpley to shoot 2.
And Jim Hodge made the play. It was a good effort inside on the offensive board by Donald Hodge that freed the ball. Watch Hodge get a piece of the ball. Watch Donald Hodge. See there? He's battling Askew and doesn't let him get it, and Tarpley's right there.
That foul on Kemp is his first. First team foul on Seattle in the 4th, and Tarpley gets another one. Normally, Roy Tarpley, a good free throw shooter. This is his first trip to the line tonight. And Shrimp with a rebound. 3-point lead for the Mavericks.
Those two would have made a 5-point lead look pretty good.
Payton guarded by Kidd. Kemp had sneaked in back door. Now he comes out against Tarpley. 7 to shoot. Here's Marshallonis with a shot up on Jackson. Rebound, Marshallonis. Back to the hoop, blocked by Hodge. A foul called on Hodge.
Marshallonis really following his shot. I mean, really followed it well. Watch him take the shot right here, and watch him go to the basket. Watch Marshallonis. Now watch him make the move to the bucket. There he is right there. That's a great job of following your shot on the offensive board.
And the first of 2 free throws made. The second one on the way. Rebound taken down by Tarpley. Mavericks the ball in a 2-point lead. Jackson. Marshallonis on him. Jackson with a lean-in shot. Not there. Rebound follow Hodge. Donald Hodge with the offensive rebound.
Jackson with a strong move. Hodge, nice job.
14,763. Very quiet in Tacoma.
They are quiet. What they're saying is, where did this bunch of Mavericks come from?
Offensive foul called on Kemp, setting the pick down low. That's the second foul on Kemp.
Offensive foul on number 40, Sean Kemp.
You think this
is second
Maverick team is not beginning to really demand and command respect around the NBA? You can guess again.
Jason Kidd at the controls for the Mavericks, who lead it by 4. Kidd doubled up, now to Hodge. Wide open shot for Hodge. Rimming no. Tarpley on the tip. That's 2 in a row for Dallas. 2 offensive putbacks.
Great inside position by Tarpley. I like the play. After not making a couple of free throws, he doesn't let that bother him. He comes right back with that big tip in for the Mavericks. As you see, a couple of dandies there.
9:30 remaining. Mavericks by 6.
Holiday greetings from Budweiser. The people who bring you Budweiser wish you and yours the very best of everything this holiday season.
You want the NBA? We got it! Hey! The Dallas Mavericks give you nothing but action!
He runs, spins to the basket, up and good! What a move with a spin by the kid! Mashburn spins on Chapman to the basket, up good! What a move! The monster mash! Dumas driving, slamming! Oh, what a play, Tony D!
Don't miss an exciting moment. Maverick individual game tickets are on sale now. Call 939-2800.
The Dallas Mavericks give you nothing but action!
You know, a lot of people who work on their cars will only shop at AutoZone. They depend on us for the best quality parts and low prices every day. They come in, get what they need, and then get back to work. Because you see, they believe if you want the job done right, you do it yourself. Well, at AutoZone, we couldn't agree more. Because when you take the time and the effort to work on your car yourself, you ought to be choosy about where you shop. We just thank you for choosing AutoZone.
Hi, I'm Moreland Wiley. I'd like to wish everybody a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Dallas Morning News scoreboard. Utah winner tonight in Atlanta. Phoenix losing at Houston. Sacramento winning at home against Minnesota.
Good defensive help by Tarpley that time on the cut.
Kidd going for the loose ball. It's out of bounds. It belongs to the Mavericks.
keeps making plays, Jim. He keeps making big plays. And there's no place in the box score tomorrow for what Jason Kidd just did.
That's why they win close games.
That's exactly right.
Kidd with the Mavericks enjoying their biggest lead so far at 6. Gill trying to force him into the corner. Inside pass to Jackson. Kidd controls it. Shot clock at 8. Donald Hodge for 3. Tip try missed Harris, and Kemp with a rebound.
Defensive transition, very important for the Mavericks right now.
Vince Askew leads the ball for Detlef Schrempf. Marshallonis off the drive against Harris. Up and under, not there. Rebound battle. Marshallonis gets it back. A pitch out to Askew. Now Kendall Gill.
Marshallonis once again with a great effort hustle to get it back.
Here's a foul out on the court. Non-shooting foul. It's against Lucius Harris. Second foul on Harris.
Second team foul.
2 team fouls on the Mavericks here in the 4th. One for Seattle.
Excuse me, Jim. Marshallonis not playing like a player that sat out the entire season 1 year ago with a knee problem.
Pass into Kemp, deflected out by Kidd. 19 on the shot clock. Seattle to come in. Mavericks in front, 91-85. 8:30 remaining. Kendall Gill inbounding to Marshallonis. Marshallonis working baseline against Harris. 12 to shoot. Lucius did a good job on it. Now Detlef Schrempf off the drive against Hodge. And before the shot, a foul called on Donald Hodge. That's his 4th. The Mavericks with 3 team fouls.
Note that much of what the Sonics are doing right now is coming off the dribble. And I think when you get too dribble-oriented, people start to stand and watch, and the team concept goes by the wayside, and that's not healthy.
Sean Kemp gives it up to Askew.
Watch the dribble. Askew
against Jackson. And a foul on Jackson. That's his second. This is the 4th team foul in the quarter, but it's the 3rd team foul this trip down the floor. Sean Kemp leaves it for Askew. 8 minutes for the game.
Here's a dribble again. See, you got other people standing when all that takes place.
Got an offensive foul called on Askew. Bruce Alexander said, "I'm buying it this time."
Offensive foul number 17, Vincent Askew.
3rd foul on Askew. The Mavericks got the stop. Can you believe it? It cost them 3 fouls that trip, but they got the defensive stop.
I do believe it, my friend. I saw it.
7:50 remaining. Jackson spins inside, and a travel call on Jim Jackson. Payton getting ready to come back in for Seattle.
George
Karl's going out.
Yeah, George Karl's not going to wait any longer. He wants the point guard Gary Payton back in there. Karl calls play number 5. Let's take a good look and see what that is.
Gary Payton guarded by Kidd. The pass to Kemp deflected by Tarpley. Jamal Mashburn coming back in for the Mavericks. Jim Jackson getting a rest. In this unit.
Dick Motta able to get Jackson some rest right now for that last 3 or 4 minute period of time.
Sean Kemp kicks out to Schrempf. Detlef Schrempf ran out of time on the 24-second clock.
Not very alert play. That's not a very alert play by a veteran club that has a lot of talent. And that's the question that a lot of people have about whether or not they can win a championship. They don't question their talent. Question situations like that.
Because people aren't really seeing them get better in those areas. Here's Kidd on the drive against Gill. Leaves it outside to Hodge on the pass off. What's a 3-second violation whistled against the Mavericks.
That really hurts now. Boy, there's really a lull in the storm here on the part of both teams right now.
Just about the 7-minute mark. 35 turnovers total tonight. 6-point lead for the Mavericks. Vincent Askew. Detlef Schrempf. Schrempf against Hodge on the fade. Yes. No basket. A foul called on Hodge before the shot, says Hugh Hollins. And Donald Hodge has his 5th.
No basket. The foul was on number 35.
That's not all bad. In terms of getting into the penalty, it's bad. You see the hand check. You saw his left hand up on the offensive player. You want to be careful with the getting into the penalty, but some of those guys that come off the bench, you want them to use some of those fouls, Jim. You just want them to be smart about when they use them.
Detlef Schrempf has hit 5 in a row in this game and now has a free throw string of 22 straight going.
Now, he's a quality free throw shooter. He always has been.
And the veteran forward makes it a 4-point lead for the Mavericks. Jason Kidd already on the attack. Kidd against Payton. Out by Jones. Lucius Harris. Mashburn over Schrempf. Jamal Mashburn, a big hoop.
That's who they wanted to get it to. They couldn't get it to him on the right side of the floor, so they rotated the ball to the left. Mashburn went across, set the post, got the ball, took the shot, and drained it.
24 points for Jamal. Sean Kemp around Tarpley for the dunk.
He's so quick inside, quick with the move, and especially with the jump. He's an extremely quick jumper.
Jason Kidd. Popeye Jones. Again, they're looking for Mashburn. Seattle sends a posse after Jamal Mashburn. Tarpley left wide open, though, and he made him pay. Roy Tarpley, with only his second basket of the second half, he's got 8 points in the game.
Mashburn with a nice job splitting the trap with the pass.
Here's Kemp again into Tarpley, and a foul called on Tarpley. Sean Kemp shoots 2.
Foul on number 42, Roy Tarpley.
Third foul on Tarpley. Jim Jackson ready to come back for the Mavericks.
And therein is my point about Seattle going away from the dribble penetration and starting to make the pass inside to Kemp. And then if they double down on Kemp, you find the open man. But if you're on the dribble all the time, you can't do things like that.
Jim
Jackson is on for the Mavericks. Lucius Harris is out.
That guy right there, Lucius Harris, great contribution in the first half. He really helped.
Kemp knocks out the second one. A 5-point lead for the Mavericks this trip. Payton guarding Kidd. Into Jackson, and a foul called as Jackson was coming across the lane. Kendall Gill picks it up.
The foul on number 13, Kendall Gill.
Fourth foul on Kendall Gill, only the second team foul on Seattle in the fourth. But the Mavericks have a new 24 with 5:36 left. Mashburn. Inside Popeye Jones. What a hook by Popeye.
I just got an elbow, a right elbow from Jim Durham. Okay, it's my turn now.
The Mavericks have their biggest lead of the game.
Great move. Holy cow.
Sean Kemp trapped on the baseline. Out to Gill. Popeye Jones the rebound. Off to Kidd. Here come the Mavericks on the move. Jason Kidd all the way inside. A kick out to Mashburn and 3 on the way. Rimming no. Missed tip Tarpley, but a foul call.
I like the aggressiveness. That's what you do. You make them get back defensively. You push the ball, make them get back. If they don't get back, you can always pull it out and run a half-court game.
That foul on Kemp is his third, 3-team fouls. Non-shooting foul. 5 minutes remaining. Backdoor is Kidd. Jason Kidd laying it in. What was wrong with that play? Usually it goes the other way.
Yeah, right? It sure does.
It's Kidd making the pass. Mavericks their biggest lead with 4:50 remaining.
Don't forget the Sonics have won 10 in a row at home.
Detlef Schrempf on Mashburn. Nope, but a foul called on Jamal, and Schrempf to shoot 2. Third foul on Mashburn.
32, Jamal Mashburn, his third.
The Dallas Mavericks trying for their 5th straight win on the road, their 4th straight win overall. Trying to equal their entire winning output of a year ago. In this, only their 21st game.
Wouldn't that be something?
And Schrempf misses the free throw. The man who had hit 23 in a row comes up short here with 4:43 remaining.
I'll tell you what, I'm so excited I want to take this headset off and just cheer.
Easy, big guy.
Yeah,
Schrempf
right.
with that next one. Makes it 99-91.
A great performance against a quality team on the road.
That was was the question about the Mavericks, was how well they would play against a good team away from home. They've answered that. Jason Kidd, 4:29 left. Inside Popeye, fade away. Ooh, rattles out. Tarpley, a missed tip. Rebound headed out of bounds. Gill saves to Shrimp, who took a timeout, falling out of bounds. Seattle has it with 4:20 remaining. This is a 20-second timeout taken by the Sonics.
That's a heads-up play by Detlef Schrempf. We've seen a guy do that before in a Maverick uniform, Jason Kidd at San Antonio, but you don't always want to do that early in the ball game because a late timeout is better than an early possession. But in this particular case, with 4:20 on the clock, the possession to Seattle becomes very important. Schrempf goes out of bounds, gets it. He knows he's in trouble. He's fallen out of bounds, but he calls a timeout. You see it right there.
Here's an interesting statistic. The Mavericks have 10 more shots on goal, if you will, than the Sonics in this fourth quarter.
15 field goal attempts for the Mavericks, only 5 for Seattle, as you see Dick Motta, Brad Davis, and on the other side of Dick Motta, his son Kip Motta. Fine coaching staff, a quality group of guys.
The Mavericks are 25% of the way through the schedule. They win this game, they're 13-8. Now there is a long way to go, but they have looked very good here in the fourth. Here's Schrempf rolling inside. Detlef Schrempf makes it a 6-point game. As we head down the stretch here in the fourth, remember the Sonics are an outstanding three-point shooting team. 35% as a team. Popeye Jones against Gill. Mashburn, Jackson guarded by Kemp. Jim Jackson out to Kidd. Kidd fires long, no good for 3. Rebound, Kidd knocked it loose and almost saved it.
Oh no, I thought the Mavericks were going to get it back.
Seattle has it with 3:44 left.
Well, I'll be redundant. Poise right now. Real poise, even temperament. Play hard and execute.
On the move inside, it is Schrempf, and a foul call before the shot. It's on Mashburn. That's his 4th.
Foul on number 32.
Sonics are going to go to Detlef Schrempf inside. You see him with the ball. Mashburn, you saw the shove right there. And then the hands on the body.
I'm wondering if the Mavericks aren't going to change the matchup. I wonder if Jim Jackson, who has only 1 foul, is going to go down and take Schrempf.
That's a little bit of a mismatch size-wise, but certainly Jackson doesn't worry too much about mismatches.
Well, I say that, Bob, because he looked at the bench and he pointed to himself as if to say, you want me to take him?
He's still looking at the bench. He wants to take him.
So Schrempf splits him. Detlef Schrempf having a tough time at the foul line lately. Seattle, though, has closed to within 5.
Key possession right here.
Popeye Jones against Kemp. In it goes to Mashburn. Blocked by Gill, cleared by Schrempf, and Seattle on the run. Perkins for 3. And a foul on Schrempf over the back of Popeye Jones. That's the 4th foul on him. It's Sean Kemp. Kemp went over the back to get his 4th, and that's the 4th team foul.
Been a lot of big plays in this game, and there's another one by Popeye Jones. I mean, a lot of people have made a lot of big plays. Jones with that inside position. What a huge rebound.
Just about 3 minutes left. Dallas by 5. Popeye Jones against Kemp. Out to Jason Kidd. Kidd off the drive, all the way inside, and draws the foul going up. Jason Kidd to shoot 2.
I think what Kidd realized at that point was the shot clock was running down a little bit. He was going to put it on the floor and create the opportunity. Watch him get in there. You have to make something happen at that point because of that swarming Seattle defense.
Foul on Perkins. Now 2:54 remaining. 99-94 Mavericks. AT&T presents the Long Distance Connection. This Denver Nuggets player made a 3-pointer at the buzzer to defeat the Detroit Pistons at the beginning of this season. Who was it? The answer in a moment.
So many phones. So many places to use my calling card. So why is it no 2 of them take the same cards or charge the same amount? Will I become a hit-and-run victim on the information superhighway? Uh-uh. I know the code. 1-800-CALLATT. I listen for the AT&T. I know my card will work, and I'll get AT&T's best deal. Now you know the code. 1-800-CALL-ATT.
Your true voice.
The answer is Dale Ellis. He came through with this basket to give Denver the win over the Pistons. The Long Distance Connection, brought to you by AT&T, your true voice.
You're watching KTVT, Channel 11, Fort Worth, Dallas.
The pro player of the game tonight? How about the entire Mavericks team?
Well, I would have to agree with that. I think the starters, the people off the bench, the people that have not played, that have been on the bench, have been very active. You see Terry Davis standing right there on the left of your screen in street clothes. Tony Dumas with his back to you. All those people have been very active. It's hard for me to pick a player of the game for the Mavericks. Right now, you want the clock to run, take care of the basketball, whatever you do, execute offensively.
Jason Kidd to the free throw line to shoot 2. He hasn't been on the line in the game. Kidd's not a bad free throw shooter, though, 74%. Mavericks with 8 offensive rebounds in this fourth quarter. Actually, this half. And Kidd.
Was that big?
Yeah, now he's shooting for his 10th point tonight. He'll be the 4th Mavericks player into double figures.
He is special. I don't know of a better word other than special.
Dallas by 7. Payton with Kidd on him. Kemp. Doubled up. Payton. Perkins. Now Kendall Gill off the drive. Not there, and the rebound is out of bounds. It stays with Seattle, but they've only got 4 on the shot clock.
A defensive stop here would just be huge. You want pressure on the shooter.
Devlin Shrimp, knowing he's out of time, they had pressure, but he still hit it.
Now he's a good one. You had a good player, make a tough shot against you. You can't let that bother you.
Ashburn, pounded by Shrimp. Popeye Jones against Sean Kemp. Popeye having a problem. And Seattle digs it out. Here's Gary Payton.
Gary Payton!
It's a 3-point game.
All Dick Marlowe wants him to do, settle down. Don't panic.
Ashburn guarded by Shrimp. Popeye Jones spins free. It's Kidd lining up at 3. And the long rebound to Perkins.
That's a good shot, Jim. You have to shoot it.
Kendall Gill to the basket, drew the foul going up. Kendall Gill to shoot 2. Jim Jackson on the foul, his second.
Foul on number 24, Jim Jackson, his second.
Jackson had moved over. Looked like he did commit the foul. Mashburn was trying to get there to draw the charge. There's the pass. Watch Gill make. You can see Jackson right there. No, Jackson never touched him.
Yeah, but they call the foul on Jackson, and Kendall Gill's first of 2.
Mavericks are still going to have the lead.
By 3 right now with 1:43 remaining.
Block out on those inside positions. Tarpley and Popeye Jones. Don't let Sean Kemp get to the glass.
2-point game. Jason Kidd at the controls for Dallas. Jason Kidd around a Tarpley screen. Mashburn double team. Underneath it's Tarpley for the hook. It rolls out, and the ball is out of bounds to the Mavericks with 1:24 left and a new 24-second clock.
They got a good shot. Tarpley had a good shot inside. He's going to make most of those. Looks like Kemp took a shot. He's okay. He's a tough young man, that guy is.
Mavericks have it in play. It's Mashburn. Mashburn against Devlin Shrimp. Tough move by Mash. Rebound Tarpley out to Jackson. Again, the Mavericks a new 24.
Big
now
play.
1:12 remaining.
Boy, Tarpley with a big one that time.
Jason Kidd. Payton on him. Inside it goes. Knocked loose, and Seattle to steal. Gary Payton, Kendall Gill, stolen by Kidd. Here come the Mavericks in transition. Jason Kidd peels it out to the left side to run something. He may be the most valuable kid in the country. He goes back down the floor and steals it right back. 12 seconds on the shot clock. Kidd cross court underneath. It's popped by Jones with a hook under pressure. Missed it. Rebound. Popeye tips it outside. Loose ball. Payton and Kidd go for it. Payton ends up with it to the hoop to tie the game. The Mavericks take time with 29.1 remaining. The Sonics and the Mavericks are tied at 1:01.
What am I doing with you here this evening?
You're my brother. You're helping me choose a car.
Oh, so the Grand Am has a 150 horsepower engine standard.
It's a blast to drive, and it's got more power than the Accord or the Camry for thousands less.
Airbag, anti-lock brakes?
Standard. And the price is right.
Grand Am SE, just $199 a month. It's a smart drive.
Smart choice.
Thank you.
So what am I doing here?
You're helping me pick a color.
Smart drive a Pontiac today, the official car of the Dallas Mavericks.
What I gotta worry about is the road, man. Hotel rooms, you know, room service food. I'm gonna bring a vegetable juicer with me, you know, just travel with it. When I get to a town, I'm just gonna find a farmer's market, go get fresh vegetables and juice. I got a really powerful will, but I just don't know where to direct it sometimes, you know? Like, I knew I was hungry, and I knew I had to get food, and I did, you know? That's an example of my willpower. You know, it's just that, I didn't have time to go get the vegetables this morning.
Give to Ronald McDonald Children's Charities and receive a cellular phone when you sign up for service with Southwestern Bell Mobile Systems.
They're making some noise here in Tacoma. The Sonics have rallied back from that 9-point deficit to tie with 29.1 left. The Mavericks have the ball. And Dallas had possession and it had advanced it, so now the Mavericks will have to inbound three-quarter court roughly.
Jim, you can expect that Seattle will really try to run at Mashburn or Jackson if they get the ball.
Mavericks have gone almost 5 minutes without a field goal. Here we go. Jason Kidd against Payton. Mashburn doubled up. Jason Kidd back into Mashburn. Now to Jackson, lost it to Gill. Seattle coming down. They fire it ahead to Payton. He lays it in with 7.7 left. Dallas takes time, down 2.
Time out.
103-101 Seattle. We'll be back.
In business, every day brings the unexpected. Up 1 minute, down the next. Now AT&T is changing everything. If your long distance or 800 service ever goes down, it'll be back in minutes. Your international faxes will get there, and our prices will be competitive, all guaranteed. Introducing certainty to the uncertain world of business. AT&T, for the life of your business.
Great moments in copier history.
The ancient Egyptians introduced plain papyrus copying, which worked out okay until the year of the Great Fire.
Today, Monarch Business Equipment brings you the latest technology in copiers, fax machines, and laser printers. Monarch Business Equipment provides sales and service for the entire line of Toshiba copiers and fax machines and is conveniently located on the North Dallas Tollway at Arapahoe. Courteous and professional service make the Monarch difference. Call Monarch today. Toshiba.
So, what's the newest thing from Foot Locker? It's a chance to vote for which NBA players go to the All-Star Game, to go to All-Star Weekend in Phoenix with 3 of your friends, to take a 3-point shot for $1 million. $1 million. Thank you, Foot Locker. Because the newest thing from Foot Locker is the $1 Million Shot Sweepstakes, and the official NBA balloting headquarters is right where you'd expect it to be. Foot Locker, where it all begins.
The Mavericks have 7.7 remaining in hopes to tie, or who knows, perhaps win with a long one. On that turnover, Seattle came right back in transition, and they got the layup for Gary Payton to take the lead. 8 straight points for the Supersonics right now, and a 13-2 run over the last 450, in which the Mavericks have missed 8 straight field goals.
Popeye Jones will trigger the out-of-bounds play. Watch Mashburn and Jackson.
There's plenty of time for the Mavericks to get it done and to send this game into overtime, or who knows, perhaps win it in regulation.
Seattle will try to stay away from any contact, not wanting to commit a foul.
Because they do not have a foul to take. Popeye brings it in play to Mashburn. Mashburn looking for something against Payton. Under pressure, rimming now, rebound tipped out of bounds with 1 second remaining. The Mavericks have it. 1 full second left.
I'll tell you what, there could have been a foul called against Jim Jackson, who had that inside rebounding position.
Here we go, Popeye Jones to make the inbounds, and the Mavericks are going to take a timeout before that happens.
Timeout.
Dallas taking a full timeout. Mavericks down to 1 bullet in the chamber, trailing by 2.
Everybody limbo! Tonight's winner limbo's home with Bud Light.
Oh, really? Lord.
Oh, my. For the great taste that won't fill you up and never let you down, make it a Bud Light.
Not low enough.
We're back. The Mavericks took a 20-second timeout instead of the full. Popeye Jones to throw in. 1 second remaining, and Seattle in front by 2. Here we go. Hugh Holland's about to hand Popeye Jones the ball, but first he wants to say, lighten up, boys. All right. Popeye looks to bring it in. 1 second left. Mashburn for 3. Nope, and Seattle has the win. 8 straight points for the Seattle Supersonics to turn back the upset bid by the Mavericks tonight. It took a perfect finish for Seattle to win it. They got it, and they halt the Mavericks' 3-game winning streak. What an exciting game, though, nonetheless. 103-101 the final.
What I got to worry about is the road, man. Hotel rooms, you know, room service food. I'm going to bring a vegetable juicer with me, you know, just travel with it. When I get to a town, I'm just going to find a farmer's market, go get fresh vegetables and juice. I got a really powerful will, but I just don't know where to direct it sometimes, you know? Like, I knew I was hungry, and I knew I had to get food, and I did, you know? That's an example of my willpower. You know, it's just that, I didn't have time to go get the vegetables this morning.
Office Max, taking it to the max.
For business-related gifts that are sure to please, do your holiday shopping at Office Max, where everything we sell comes with our low price guarantee.
Taking it to the max.
From Hewlett-Packard, the 4L laser printer has 300 dpi resolution and prints 4 pages per minute. And the Apple Performa 550 multimedia computer has a built-in CD-ROM, built-in speakers, and more.
Office Max, taking it to the max.
We're in show business. We're having fun. We're ringmasters of one of the greatest circuses of all time. Wow, that's great. California has a very special meaning around the world. It's about freedom. It's about choices. How about a pizza with potato on it? Peking duck. Thai chicken. We have watched where businesses have limited ways in which the customer pays. And when our customer reaches for an American Express card, we gladly accept it.
American Express is welcome to wherever fresh ideas are cooking. So dine out, America.
Dallas Mavericks basketball on KTVT Channel 11 is brought to you by Budweiser, the king of beers, who reminds you friends know when to say when. By AT&T, for the life of your business. By American Airlines, something special in the air. By your local bottler of Sprite, obey your thirst, Sprite. By Target, expect more, pay less. And by Whataburger, where you always get a hot, fresh, and made-to-order meal. Whataburger, what you waiting for? A thrilling ball game here tonight in Tacoma. Seattle coming away with a victory, 103-101. The Sonics scored the final 8 points of the game, outscored the Mavericks 13-2 over the last 4:57 to get this win. You know, Bob, I know the Mavericks are not into moral victories, and that's right. They shouldn't be. But I'll tell you something, a big question was answered here tonight, how they would play on the road against a quality team.
And they certainly responded. They played awfully well. They did a good job throughout the ballgame. I thought there were times in the first half when maybe they might fold a little bit under the pressure. They didn't do that once again. They've had good help off the bench. In the second half, down the stretch a little bit, taking care of the ball became so important. Understand that the Mavericks had 23 turnovers. That resulted in 27 Seattle Sonic points, and that's probably the difference in the ballgame.
Let's bring you up to date on some of the other action around the NBA as we look at the Dallas Morning News scoreboard. The Cleveland Cavaliers win again. That's 7 in a row for them. New York goes down for the 4th straight time. Charlotte at home beats Philadelphia by 12. Utah a winner. The Jazz have won 7 straight, and that's their 10th road victory as they win in Atlanta. Houston needed that one and got it against Phoenix, 114-106. The Rockets win at home. In the third, Golden State leading Washington by 8. The Warriors trying to halt their losing streak. And Sacramento up big on Minnesota in the third, 73-48. We'll return to Tacoma in a moment.
Great moments in copier history.
The ancient Egyptians introduced plain papyrus copying, which worked out okay until the year of the Great Fire.
Today, Monarch Business Equipment brings you the latest technology in copiers, fax machines, and laser printers. Monarch Business Equipment provides sales and service for the entire line of Toshiba copiers and fax machines and is conveniently located on the North Dallas Tollway at Arapahoe. Courteous and professional service make the Monarch difference. Call Monarch today. Toshiba.
For a new taste, come on, I tried Taco Cabana's quesadilla. Like a Tex-Mex pizza pie, made of fresh mama quesadilla. Made with chicken and cheeses as much as you please, quesadillas. Excuse me, but you see, I love Taco Cabana's quesadillas. The Tex-Mex pizza you can get for a song.
What am I doing with you here this evening?
You're my brother. You're helping me choose a car.
Oh, so the Grand Am has a 150 horsepower engine standard.
It's a blast to drive, and it's got more power than the Accord or the Camry for thousands less.
Airbag, anti-lock brakes?
Standard, and the price is right.
Grand Am SE, just $199 a month. It's a smart drive.
Smart choice.
Thank you.
So what am I doing here?
You're helping me pick a color.
Smart drive a Pontiac today, the official car of the Dallas Mavericks.
Mavericks drop a tough one tonight, Coach, and now they got a tough one tomorrow night when they go to Portland.
Well, you just hope that the carryover, doesn't bother you too much emotionally. But we haven't seen this team get down all year. Nothing to be ashamed of here tonight. An outstanding performance by the Mavericks.
They'll go to Portland without us. We'll pick them up in Phoenix to wrap up the road trip when they take on the Suns on Monday night at 8 o'clock Dallas time. 103-101, Seattle a winner tonight. For Bob Ortigal, Jim Durham saying good night from Tacoma, and we thank all of those who helped make tonight's telecast possible.